welcome to Shadow of the Broker 9, Cold Comfort. And so before we begin the actual session, I'd like for everyone to introduce their characters, and we will start with Ben.
Hi, I'm playing Dox, the Clatuminian bodyguard, who is both deeply religious and kind of a jerk. Um, he's basically your standard meat shield. Right now he's on the run, sort of, from an arms dealer whose son he let die in a tragic street fight. And that is all for now.
All right, cool. Next up is Brandon.
I'm playing Shorebecca, a Wookiee hired gun heavy. Shorebecca was at the Battle of Kashyyyk when Darth Vader and the 501st invaded to kill the Jedis that were there on the planet. He spent his life in slavery after that and recently escaped and started working for the broker.
Alrighty, thank you. And next up is Dart.
All right, Boj used to host a reality TV show that was basically supposed to paint the Empire in a good light, showing they weren't xenophobic and all that jazz. Well, they were. When the Imperial Senate was dissolved, show was canceled, he kind of realized all the bad stuff the Empire did and all the stuff he'd been somewhat unintentionally just not realizing and hiding from himself even. He feels bad, so now he's just trying to make a living while also dealing blows against the Empire, but doesn't feel like he can join the rebellion because of all the stuff he did.
Awesome. Next up is James.
So Jokin is a pilot. He grew up in Corellia in a family who had a shipping business. So he learned to fly that way, but kind of had eyes for something greater than that, and left home and started working with the broker and the rebellion. And since then has grown into be a pretty decent shot as well, with all the run-ins with all kinds of bad guys while working with the broker.
Yep, no doubt. Next up is Leslie.
Hey, Hank. Basically, his number one goal is to become a Jedi. He was in the temple when Order 66 went down. He and a lot of his friends, some of his friends were able to escape through the works, where his friends decided to go back home or to their home world. He decided to wait for the return of the Jedis, but that never happened. He decided to hide in plain sight on Coruscant in the lower levels. He decided to join the broker, and hoping that their missions would, be equal to some of the Jedi trials. He believes that he has passed one of the Jedi trials, the trial of the Spirit, when he encountered Killjoy.
And just to add some things here, Hank is in possession of a Sith holocron. Hank has also lit his lightsaber in public a couple of times, so Hank has a lot of obligation, and enough obligation, including obligation inquisitorius, that's got the entire crew a little bit scared. All right, and last up we've got Riz.
All right, I play Kivera. He's a Togruden thief. He was living on the streets with his older brother, but then debts caught up to them, and his older brother was taken by bounty hunters. He was given the ultimatum, pay off his debts or never see him again. And so he was caught trying to steal from an agent of the broker and is now working for them to earn money.
All right, awesome. And guest starring on this adventure is Jasper Sunflare, who is the team's medic. And he is force sensitive, but is still not comfortable with other force sensitives. He wasn't raised as a Jedi, and he still has a lot of Imperial propaganda about the Force and Jedi. So yeah, force sensitive who doesn't want to be. Anyway, now we will get to the Destiny pool. If you guys can all roll for that, and then just go ahead and add it yourselves.
Wow.
All right, and I think we still need some more though, because I saw a lot of doubles that were there.
Sorry, the rolls aren't showing up on mine.
For some reason, I can't add. So if someone can add 3 light side for me,
Or two light side.
it'd be a total of 3 for me.
Where do you get the third?
He's a light side paragon.
Oh, I did not know about that.
I didn't know that was a mechanic. That's cool.
Yep.
And do you have the EOTA Hangouts open, Riz?
Yeah, I just barely got it.
All right, that should be our pool there.
Okay, can everyone see the pool? That's a huge pool. Wow.
That is enormous.
So everyone can see it, yes?
Yes.
All right.
Yep.
So now we're going to roll for your resources. So first up is obligation.
I'm scared.
Dun, 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 dun. Haha! It's high enough!
That is Riz with Kivera's debt bounty.
Oh, yay.
Okay. I just need to make a note of that.
Dodges it again.
One of these days, Leslie. One of these days.
Bad lesson.
You're
All
gonna be
right.
on a mission with
Find
just
that
like 3 other people.
Actually, never happened.
Oh, also, since the party is over 100, we have the extra strain. So everyone needs to do -2 strain threshold, except for Kivera, who needs to have -3.
Okay.
Oh, so you change? I thought it was -3 for everyone, so it's just 2 now?
No, if you go back and look at the site, it's -2/-3 according to if it tripped on you. And if it's rolled double, like a 55, it would be -4 and -6.
Alright, so -2. Alright.
If Rebecca got a -6 to his strand threshold, we may as well just leave him at home.
You know, actually, that wouldn't be a bad idea in this cold climate. All right, so next up is duty. 39. That's probably joking.
That's gonna be me.
All right, so... Oh, go ahead.
Let's see which one it is. It is
Resource acquisition.
resource acquisition.
All right. So once again, with duty, I leave that mostly up to you guys. So, you know, through the course of the adventure, just try to figure out something that matches the duty. But everyone can add 1 wound to their threshold. And if someone actually, joking, if you can do me a favor and add Jasper if I haven't, and adjust his stats for me. And now we've got, and since Jasper is just a guest star, I'm not going to worry about his morality, but I will roll for Leslie. So, morality roll is a 9. I don't think that trips yours.
Yeah, I'm at 73.
Okay, so morality is not tripped. Okay, so
Dodge the Inquisitors.
before we start the adventure, we have the crawl. So if everyone can get your YouTube apps ready. And just remember not to press play. I'm going to pause it. And yeah, just don't press play. And is everyone ready?
Yes.
All right, here goes.
God damn it, Captain Compnor.
So, yes, I had to keep that a secret, and I had a separate entry on the mission log with Captain Compnor, but yes.
I like
So-
how the, I like how the music was changing.
Yeah, that was very well done, crawl-wise.
Thank you. All right, so, oh, and actually, I'm not sure if Riz knows about Captain Compnor, but
Riz does not.
okay, so Captain Compnor is a character from Reddit, and I got permission from his creator to use him. Basically, he is he's an entertainer. He's an he's an actor for a television show, not television show, holovid show, where they go around and basically show the Empire as this wonderful truth, justice, and the Imperial way and all this stuff, and the Imperials are painted as these terrible, terrible people. But actually, the actor is, in fact, a super elite agent who is sent to do terrible things. And, yeah. And one of your crewmates, Jasper, is actually a huge fan of Captain Compnor and secretly watches his holovids when no one's watching. And, yeah, Jasper actually almost went into Compnor way back when. So,
For
yeah.
reference, Compnor is the Commission for the Preservation of the New Order. It's basically Imperial propaganda.
Yes, exactly. Which is why Jasper still has issues with his force sensitivity. All right, well, sorry, I lost my place here. So, scene 1. N1M3 rolls into view, displaying a hologram of a planet. The astromech whistles and chirps before the broker's voice chimes in. Hello, agents. As promised, here are complimentary tickets for your vacation on Corfai, with all expenses paid, including travel. It's an open-jaw itinerary with arrival in Farandal, a stay at Blue Spring Lodge in Salvarn Nature Reserve, then 4 days in the capital, Winterdome, before departure. Thanks again for your hard work, and I hope you enjoy your 2 weeks off. Oh, and make sure to pack for the weather. So another thing not everyone might be familiar with is that in a previous mission called the Quarantine Quandary, it was actually a 2-team 12-person mission where the final scene actually had a fight where all 12 were on the battle map. And so after this crazy fight where a lot of people almost died, the broker promised everyone a vacation. So this is the vacation that he had promised. And so do you guys have any questions before you head out?
No. Just free vacation time.
Where we staying at again?
You're staying Corfai.
Yes, the planet. Where's the what city?
Oh, so you're actually, well, you're stopping off in Farandal, and then you're going to this place called Blue Spring Lodge. And so, any other questions? Well, I mean, I'll explain more about the planet as we go. All right. Well, well, okay. So you guys make your way to Corfai on a luxury civilian freighter hailing from the planet. After an uneventful hyperspace journey, the cold world comes into view in the ship's viewports. Dominated by snow, there's still plenty of blue from the oceans and green from the forest, showing that while cold, Corfai is not one endless tundra. As you begin your descent, you push play on the informational holovid that N1M3 included with your tickets. A core world populated by hardy people with a tradition of rugged survivalism, Corfai has one of the oldest human civilizations in the core. We, the people of Corfai, maintain a great respect for our environment. Our cities are built in harmony with our surroundings, and the architecture and design maintain a rustic, natural sensibility that blends buildings with mountains, rivers, and trees wherever possible. The more mountainous regions, especially those far away from the planet's equator, are liberally dotted with grand resorts dedicated to snow sports and related activities year-round. Your destination is Blue Spring Lodge, a small, exclusive resort located within the Salvarn Nature Reserve. One of the largest natural reservations in the core, Salvarn is dedicated to ensuring the continued healthy survival of a vast majority of Corfai's native species of flora and fauna. Blue Spring Lodge runs the only licensed ecotourism operation allowed in the reserve and provides one of the only cold climate safaris in the galaxy. Welcome to Corfai, where the air is cold but the hospitality is warm. The video ends just as you arrive in Farandal. One moment while I switch the scene. You might notice something there.
Things are on fire.
Things are on fire, what?
No, then it's just like steam from a radiator.
Oh. I was like, what?
I noticed an Imperial shuttle.
There you go. So, yes, the video ends just as you arrive in Farandal. It's snowing lightly, blanketing the entire city in white. According to your itinerary, you'll need to catch the next airspeeder shuttle to Blue Spring Lodge, so there won't be much time to shop until after your stay at the resort and you arrive in Winterdome. Just as you make your way to the airspeeder shuttle port, you notice an Imperial Lambda-class shuttle taking off from what appears to be a small private starport about a mile from the larger one you just exited. You're unable to see much else, though, as the shuttle door closes behind you and a tall male flight attendant motions you to your seat. The airspeeder soon takes off into the snowy sky. I heard some... I'm looking at a different screen, so you'll have to tell me.
Leslie just dropped.
Oh, okay. I will wait just a little bit then. Let's give him just 2 minutes.
It looks like he's still in the roll 20. It's weird, unless that takes longer to react.
Probably takes longer, I'd have to guess.
Okay. Well then, I will cut the recording here. Please remind me to start recording again, and we'll wait for Leslie to get back. All right, so Leslie is back, so we're going to keep on going. In less than an hour, a wide expanse of snow-capped evergreen trees comes into view. Stretching as far as the eye can see, it's clear that you're gazing upon the Salvarn Nature Reserve. And I'm going to switch the scene once again. I totally forgot to do that in the last one, so I'm trying to remember this time around. So the area is dotted with large expanses of trees, but then also rivers and snow-covered plains, and just quite a beautiful area. And for some reason, one moment here, my PDF just dropped. Okay. So the shuttle lands gently on one of only 2 landing pads below a large sign that reads Ranger Station Alpha. The other pad is occupied by a sleek airspeeder that looks to be about half the size of the one you're in. As you exit your shuttle, the wind kicks up and the snow gets thicker. I'm just going to set that. With the snowflakes getting in your eyes, you don't even notice a party of Imperial snowtroopers waiting in line ahead of you until the snowfall is blocked by the roof that extends from the ticket counter. Dressed in their winter gear, 6 of them flank 2 Imperial agents with similar clothing, but with an open parka rather than hood. One of the agents, a rail-thin woman with sharp green eyes and auburn hair, is in the midst of a heated discussion with the taller blonde woman behind the counter. "This is simply outrageous! These men are security guards. How are they supposed to guard my client without weapons? Harsh language?" "I am very sorry, madam, but all weapons capable of lethal damage are prohibited due to our strict anti-poaching protocol. Your client's bodyguards will have to leave their weapons here at this station before entering Salvarn Nature Reserve." "That is unacceptable! Do you know who this is?" The smaller Imperial official barks in frustration while pointing to her taller male companion with brown hair. He turns as he notices your party, revealing hazel eyes that flicker in recognition. "That's Barrett Travick, the actor who plays Captain Copnor!" Jasper's voice rings out loud and clear from behind you. Jasper is blushing, but he has a defiant look on his face as he glares at the ticket attendant. The clerk rolls her eyes at Jasper before turning back to the irritated Imperial standing before her. "If I recall correctly, Captain Compnor," her eyes flick over to the man in question, before looking back to the female Imperial, "is renowned for upholding the law. Corfai is a proud member of the Empire, and we take security seriously. The only danger you'll face in the reserve is wild animals, and you are certainly welcome to the stun blasters we have available at Depot C." She remarks while gesturing to a nearby building. "As Barrett Travick's agent? Elspeth, really, it's fine." Barrett tries to cut in, but his agent continues her tirade. "I simply cannot accept this flagrant disregard for the safety of my client, who is, without hyperbole, an Imperial treasure." What would you guys like to do?
So as I understand it, to go in we have to disarm our weapons. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
I wish I had my armor. It would be... I can resist more stun damage with it once it's ready. What about my stun pulse cannon? Can I show them that it's only stun?
Actually, you can try, but the fact that it's such a big weapon, they're going to be like, what is that?
I don't know. Can I shoot them with it for a bit?
No.
Don't do that.
And listen to Hank. When Hank is the one to, talk about restraint, then, you need to listen.
So what?
Wouldn't the mechanics of, a stun cannon look a lot different than a blaster? I mean, who would...
It's a ranged heavy. I mean, it looks like a cannon. So
Yeah.
it's a big weapon. And, well, let me put it this way. You can do that, but actually think of it from their perspective. A big Wookiee walks up and says, "Can I take this in?" It only does stun damage. Okay.
So I have a question. What was Compnor's name again? I didn't catch that.
It's Barrett Travick.
Alright, and I don't know if we ever said this backstory-wise, but would Boj have known him?
Yeah, absolutely, and he knows Bosch.
That's what I kind of want to approach him.
Yeah, sure. So, I mean, the agent is arguing with the customs agent, but he's standing there.
So Boj will walk up to him, semi-close, kind of fold his arms, say, "So Barrett, you on vacation?"
So he's like, "I thought it was you, Durin Bosch. Wow, how have you been?"
Since the Empire canceled the show, it's been a little sparse. You seem to be doing well.
I'm sorry about that. I always thought that you were just the perfect lead-in for Captain Compnor, and, just between the two of us, I really think that the Empire could have used your show for far more seasons.
Well, we've seen how that's turned out.
And, Barrett kind of gets this, slightly uncomfortable look, but he's like, well, it is what it is.
So what does it take to get a complement of Imperial Guard to escort you on a pleasure trip?
Well, as my agent says, I am an Imperial treasure, and he kind of laughs nervously. Meanwhile, the agent is still, arguing back and forth with the attendant.
While this is going on, Hank is going to disassemble his lightsaber in his shoto. From the crystals to the hilt to, try to make it as many components as he can.
Okay. All right. So, will you guys do anything else, or?
Well, I still want to try to get the stun pulse cannon through. So I'm a bodyguard.
I can introduce Shorebecca that way. If you want me to wave him over and say, "Well, here's my friend and bodyguard."
Okay, so actually,
and we came prepared with a stun weapon.
Sure. Before you do that, though, I'm just going to continue with the Imperials real quick. So, the agent Elspeth is like, no, this is unacceptable, blah, blah, blah. And the attendant finally says, "You are free to lodge a complaint directly to the leadership of Corfai, a representative of which is currently residing at Blue Spring Lodge as we speak, Senator Edric Norrs." "Well then, I certainly will," Elspeth snarls before ordering the stormtroopers to follow her to Depot C. None of them move at first. Barrett looks over at Jasper, gives him a friendly wink before heading towards the depot, at which point the 6 snowtroopers quickly fall into step behind him. Alright, so now you guys are up. The snowtroopers have actually all handed over their weapons, and they're going to Depot C to grab the stun blasters.
I don't know. Do we want to attack them now that they're unarmed?
So, all around the place are security guards, other rangers and whatnot. So,
Yeah.
We're here on vacation. Let's enjoy it, man.
The last time we saw Captain Compnor, I was at my wound threshold.
oh, also, he doesn't look anything like the guy that you saw. Remember, character knowledge, this is a totally different guy.
Okay.
His demeanor is different. The other guy was blonde and blue-eyed and very just nasty. And this guy is totally not like that.
So we have two options. I guess we can go in or we can argue about our weapons, but it doesn't look like we're going to get much success that way.
I say we just try and go in.
Well, I would at least like to try to get the stun pulse cannon. It is a
Okay.
stun
Yeah,
weapon.
like I said, you guys can try whatever you want.
Well, and what's the weapon search procedure? Because Kivera doesn't look very threatening, and he has just like his big old coat and a small blaster inside a concealment holster. So
They're going to search everybody. I mean, they're very serious about
and
their...
very thoroughly.
Well, it's one of these things. This is the largest nature reserve on the planet,
Oh.
and they have problems with poachers. So, yeah. All right. So, who's going to do what now?
Rebecca, you want me to do the talking?
Yes, please. I don't know if they'd have someone mechanically knowledge there just to, verify that there is no lethality to the weapon.
These are rangers.
Yeah. Maybe ask to call one of them over to verify that the weapon isn't lethal.
All right. Yeah. If everyone else is, turning in whatever weapons they have, he'll just
Okay.
walk up there and say, "Hey, so what do we need to do to get into your fine nature reserve?"
So what weapon is that?
This is a Mark 23 stun pulse cannon. Fires
All right.
exclusively non-lethal rounds.
So there's no other setting?
Nope. It's
Can I see it?
Boj will gesture to Shorebecca, so that's your call.
She wants to hold
Yeah, sure. Okay, sure.
Can she hold it up?
it. She's actually, this is a very tall, very muscular woman. I mean, all the rangers are, Corfinians are a very hardy, rugged people. So, yes, she
Fair enough.
absolutely can hold it.
I'll eye her closely as I hand it over.
All right, and she says, I assume this is the Wookiee's weapon?
It is.
All right, so she takes it, she looks at it, and then she picks it up and shoots you. And just to see what it does. And so take full damage because she hits you square on with it. So, well, base damage +1.
Wow.
And when she sees the effect, she's like, okay, I see it is only stun damage. So she hands it back.
Which you?
Oh, to Shorebecca. So, well, she puts it on the counter and she's like, you may proceed with this weapon.
That's not fair. I'm unconscious.
You're unconscious?
Wait, no,
Crack
soak.
your
I
soak?
forgot the soak. Yeah. Okay, so it's 9.
Not wildly conscious, but
You're mean.
Right, yeah, so at that point, Kivera kind of just puts his weapon down.
Okay, I have, Hank has, what he has? An X30 Lancer, he has 2 of them, so he'll turn those over.
Okay.
And he wonders if he could keep his riot shield.
The riot shield? Yeah, she's fine with that.
Okay.
She's like, I mean, you won't really need it inside the nature reserve, but sure, I mean, you could probably use it as a sled.
Okay, sounds great. Sounds great.
And anyone else?
Duncan's gonna put his 2 blasters and his grenades into safekeeping, but keep his favorite cutting tool that maybe is also good for cutting people.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
it's a tool.
I thought you had like a really well hidden blaster too.
Yeah, but I don't really feel like getting. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna try to sneak my sneaky blaster.
Okay, so what we'll do is, who all is going to try to sneak stuff in?
I don't know.
Good.
Shogun, right?
Boj has the whipcord launcher, but that's a non-lethal, concealable, just wrist launch thing.
Or are you going to try to sneak it in, though, or are you going
No,
to
I was
actually
gonna-
declare it?
I was going to declare it.
Okay, so she
Doesn't do
looks it
any
over,
damage.
she's like, okay, she kind of looks at it like, why do you need this? But it's fine. And so it's only Jokin who's trying to do this, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that is against her perception. And what is your stealth?
My stealth is, I believe, 1 yellow, 3 green, and she gets a setback because of my holster.
So 1 yellow, 3 green? Wow. Okay, so that's 1 red, 3 purples, 1 black for her. And her perception. let's see here, is 2 yellow, 1 green, and I'm actually going to upgrade that.
I will as well.
All right. So that is 3 and 2 and 2. All right, here goes.
Ha-ha!
All right, so she failed, but she got a triumph. So let me think about this.
Can someone?
He also shoots him with the stun pulse cannon.
All right, give me some ideas. What do you think that would happen on a triumph for her? Because this is basically a despair for you.
Right. No one else is trying to do any sneaking or anything?
Nope.
Nope.
Maybe she felt it but couldn't spot it, and so she may be
Just suspicious.
very suspicious. So she's like, watch this guy.
That point is that like the next person would, like she'd be more suspicious of the next person or something. But if there is no next person,
I don't know. You can just save it.
All right, you know what? Actually, I'll do this. So as she's like patting you down, let's say that she feels something and was like, whoa, thinks it's something completely different and slips you some digits. Totally surreptitiously. No one even notices. She's smooth like that. So she's like, I'll see you later. So triumph for everybody.
What a despair.
You're not
of course,
cold.
it's my shortened plaster that she feels.
Well, I guess maybe the despair is that, I mean, this woman looks big enough to break you in half, so...
You might be into that.
Yeah, that's true. So, well, it's a triumph for her, so not necessarily despair for
That's
Jokin.
right.
He
So,
doesn't meet many people out here at the ranger station.
yeah,
Not packing the kind of heat that Jokin does.
yep. All right, so you guys get in, and you head to, I assume you head to Depot C to pick up your stun blasters.
Can we roll a cool here to
Yes, please.
recover strain?
Oh, you know, unfortunately not here, because you are still in the cold, so no. But you'll get to someplace warm sooner or later. Maybe. Alright, so you guys go to Depot C, and I assume that you guys are each picking up a stun blaster, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so these are identical to regular stun blasters, light blaster pistols, except they only have a stun setting. There is no other setting on them.
So that's
Okay.
what, like 6 damage and a crit of 4?
Crit of 3
It's
for a
5
blaster
damage,
pistol.
4 crit.
Oh, light blaster, sorry.
Okay.
Yep, light blaster.
Alright.
So, alright.
Is Pomp North and his lackeys here? Did they already move on?
They are on a skiff right ahead of you guys. So you guys get on a repulsor skiff, and both of them start heading through Salvar Nature Reserve. So you soon arrive at a large wooden palisade about half as tall as the surrounding trees. Only the roofs of most of the buildings inside can be seen, except for a massive wooden lodge to the left that surpasses even the loftiest of the evergreens. Even with the falling snow, steam can be seen wafting up to the far right, a reminder of the famed resort's hot spring. Welcome to Blue Spring Lodge! A friendly female attendant greets you as you enter the lodge itself, and I will switch the scene. Here we go. So, quite a fancy place. And the wind cuts down a little bit as you guys go into the lodge. You can see the Imperial contingent already heading up the right set of curving stairs, and the blast of warm air inside the lodge prompts you, hopefully, to begin shedding your cold weather garb in haste. There are 2 large fireplaces on opposite ends of the greeting hall, and more attendants appear, scan your tickets, then begin to take your bags and lead you to your rooms via the left set of stairs. So you're actually on the same floor as the Imperial contingent. What would you guys like to do? You are now at a grand resort. And, oh, and actually, just to let you know, as you look around, the vast majority of guests are human. And the only non-humans that you see are pretty much staff. And so you do get kind of weird, all the non-humans in the group do kind of get weird looks from people because they're not used to seeing non-humans that are able to afford staying at this resort.
What's the food situation like here?
There is a banquet hall. So, yeah, you can head to the banquet hall. There
Is there
is,
bourbon?
yes, there is alcohol.
All right, Bo's just
And,
heading towards bourbon.
all right. So alcohol, there is the hot springs. There are also, so interspersed along the palisade, there are security towers, of course, but then there are also just observation towers where people can look out onto the nature reserve, and it's quite a view. So where's everyone going?
Dox takes up a permanent residence in the banquet hall.
Okay, so I'll start with you. So you're at the banquet hall, and you notice. Oh, and actually, before you go off, you actually notice Jasper talking to Barrett Travick, and the two seem to be having a very animated conversation. Meanwhile, at the banquet hall, as you step in, you bump into a giant wall of a man, and actually, I think that Dox is pretty tall, right?
Yeah, he's like 6'7". I think I had it on the sheet.
Okay, so you actually bump into a guy who sees you eye to eye, which is not a very common occurrence, especially with humans. And the guy's like, "Oh, excuse me. Sorry, good sir. Oh, well, we don't see too many Clatuminians here. Welcome to Corfai and Blue Spring Lodge. I am Edric Nors." And so you may remember that this is actually a planetary senator. Really important guy, but he actually seems pretty nice and humble.
Dox feels totally out of his element talking to a senator. It's just like a.
Do you shake his hand?
Good sir. Yeah, he does.
Okay, so he's like, well, it's so good to see more people enjoying the wonders of Corfai. Oh, Avadri, come here. And you see a tall woman, nearly as tall as her father, come over, and she's like, "Oh, welcome to Corfai." And she's just as polite as her father, shakes your hand, and she's got a grip almost as strong as her father's. And they're basically like, would you like to come sit with us? And you turn and you see a massive table, and at the center of the table is, you're not even sure what this beast is, but it's large. And it's been gutted and spitted and roasted with a gigantic fruit in its mouth. And people are just like, going to town on this banquet.
All Dox knows is that he wants to eat that, so he nods emphatically.
All right, so to head over there. Well, so while you're doing that, is anyone at the hot spring?
Boj might be with or in the same area. He's just, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Tribeca wants to relax after getting hit with a stun blast, so yeah, he'll head over to a fire or to the hot springs to recover some strain.
Okay, I need to know which one though.
Oh, I guess the hot springs then.
Okay.
Wookiee.
Anyone else with Rebecca that speaks basic?
Joken will go there.
Okay, so as you head over there, as soon as Rebecca is like starting to get into the water, there is a man with kind of a snooty look on his face, and he just says, "Excuse me, but the servants' pool is within the lodge itself."
Yeah, Rebecca will give a nice roar that's just like, fuck off.
So the guy just like looks, I mean, he's like totally scandalized, and he looks over at Joken, who's a fellow human, and gives him this look like, "Can you believe this savage non-human?" And actually he looks at it and it's like, well, at least there's, a human here. The standards of this place, I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. And he goes over to you, Joken, and shakes your hand, and it's like, "My name is Ulf Goodhearth, the fiancé of Avadri Nors, eldest daughter of Senator Edric Nors," and this guy's a terrible name dropper, so he's starting to name all the names of all the important people that he knows, and he's like, "So, who are you?"
I'm just a guy looking to relax a little bit. Can we get a little space?
So he kind of like, you can see like a little twitch in his eye, and he's like, well, charmed, I'm sure. And he goes to the other end of the pool and ignores both of you. But you do get a wonderful soak in the hot spring, despite the lack of pleasant company. And there are a couple of other people in the hot spring, but all of them are much more polite and don't have the same rude attitude of Mr. Ulf Goodhearth. And yeah, unfortunately, the wind begins to kick up again and the snow begins to fall faster. One of the attendants runs over to you guys at the hot spring and says, we're going to need everyone to get to the main lodge. We actually have a storm incoming. And do you guys say anything to that effect?
Thanks for the update.
All right. I'm actually going to say that at this point, Jasper was heading over and was just about to head into the pool. And he's like, what? Wait, a blizzard? And the attendants actually start to laugh at him. And they're like, maybe on any other world you call them a blizzard, but here on Corfai, they're hardly any trouble compared to the real thing. We just call them howlers. They sweep in, make a lot of noise, then they're gone in a day or two. You'll still be nice and cozy in the lodge, don't worry. We have an indoor hot pool and sauna, and if the howler causes you to miss any days of your scheduled snow safari, you'll receive a prorated refund. So Jasper's kind of like, oh, I don't like the sound of a blizzard, but he dips one toe into the hot spring just to be like, okay, I got to toe into a hot spring, and then he runs off. All right, so I'm assuming the people are eating and you're about to settle in for the night, yes?
Can he do something?
Sure.
He wanted to check out the Imperial room.
Okay, so when you head over to the Imperial rooms, you see 4 Imperial snowtroopers standing at guard in front of their doors. And they look at you.
Oh, well, he smiles and waves with a cheery hello.
One of them waves at you, and the other one stare at him, and he puts his hand down.
Yeah, so he goes on, I saw you guys back depositing weapons, right?
They don't say a word.
So he kind of waits a second, then cocks his head, and then, asks another hello?
And the same one who waved at you waves again, and he gets stared down by the others, and he puts his hand down once more. They're not very nice guys, unfortunately.
Yeah, clearly not. Well, his smile falters slightly, and he kind of glances back, and so, all right, well, I'll see you later then, and he'll just walk back down the stairs.
Aw.
Did I get to recover any strain from the dip in the hot springs?
Yes, the hot springs are so relaxing that you recover all the strain.
Oh,
Nice.
wow. You were
Nice.
barely in there.
And does Boj get drunk? Because if he's on vacation,
Yeah, sure. So you totally get drunk,
all right. That's just in character. That's the first thing.
right? All right, so I'm going to just move things along a little bit here, but nighttime falls, and you can hear the howler really starting to pick up outside. So this, to you guys, it's a blizzard, but no one else in the lodge seems the least bit perturbed. I mean, they're just like, whatever. It's just a howler. There's still some partying going on downstairs, but as you settle in, the howler makes for very, very uneasy sleep. There are times it sounds like a wild animal is dying in the distance, just all kinds of horrible sounds. The place actually creaks a little bit from the force of the wind. So I need everyone to give me a hard, cool, discipline, or resilience check, and it's going to be updated once, so with a challenge. And this is even without a destiny point. So 1 red, 2 purples. Cool, discipline, or resilience.
Question: can
Yep.
Boj get a bonus on that because he's drunk and passed out?
Yes.
All right.
Minus the dark side.
Oh, sorry, what was that?
Nothing, I just accidentally rolled away with it.
Oh, okay. And so I'm actually on another screen, so just let me know whoever's failed and if there are any despairs.
Everyone
So far, we're all passing.
Damn it.
everyone failed with 2 advantages and a despair.
Oh, who did?
Boj.
So,
Okay, so
So hungover.
Boj, you suffer 2 strain, and actually you have a nightmare. You see a wampa rampaging through a farm, then catching fire. As it screams and roars in agony, you wake up with an additional 4 strain.
Good.
So this is 6 total strain. And unfortunately, this strain will not be able to be reduced until you're able to get a long nap or full night's rest. I mean, that dream freaked you out.
Hooray.
Do people who got threat take that threat just as strain?
They do, actually, yes. Even if you succeeded, any threat is transferred into strain,
So 3
unfortunately.
strain for me.
Did my advantage do anything, or did that just keep me from taking more strain?
You know, actually, I will let that advantage, because of the booze, we'll say that that wipes 2 of the strain that you got.
Awesome.
All
Good thing
right.
Bush has the most strain in the group.
So, that happens, but so just as you wake up, a scream splits the air, so loud you can hear it even above the rush of the howler.
Is Boj already up?
Well, does it sound like it's from inside or outside?
Sounds like it's from inside. All of you hear it. I mean, all of you wake up. Like, Boj just woke up a split second before the scream.
Does it sound like a man scream or a woman scream?
It's a woman's scream.
Does it sound like a Vadri scream?
You would know.
So that's a yes. Alright, Boj will jump out of bed yelling, Wampas!
All right. So I assume everyone rushes out of your rooms, right?
Right.
Yeah, I've got my stun cannon.
I'm gonna
Okay.
Probably a steak knife from last night.
bring my riot shield.
All right. So when you guys rush out, you see across the way the Imperial section, and you see Jasper coming out of Barrett Travick's room at the opposite end. Barrett exits the room right behind him. Jasper pauses when he sees the rest of you guys and starts to blush. But before anyone can say anything, another ear-splitting scream draws everyone's attention upward, and both groups rush up the separate stairs at each end of the hall. Once you reach the next floor, you find a distraught Avandri who is being comforted by her fiancé Ulf Goodhearth. The door to her father's room is open, and there is snow blowing in through what obviously is an open window.
Not good.
So what do you guys do?
I'll run up to her, just say, what happened? Where's your father?
So she just points, and as you look in the room, the howler has blown snow all throughout, but the white is outdone by the crimson swaths of blood everywhere. Her father looks like he's been mauled by a wild animal with vicious claw marks and bite marks all on his corpse. Several guards push their way into the room along with the head attendant, and you see a name tag that just says Auroras. When questioned, the 2 guards on duty admit that they fell asleep. One of the guards looks at the other with wide, frightened eyes. It was the ghost Wampa! Just look! You hear a resounding slap that cuts the man off, and you see Ms. Auroras just glaring at this guy. 1, we are on Corfai, not Hoth. We do not have Wampas. 2, there are no such things as ghosts. Do not frighten our guests more than they already are. This was a freak animal attack and nothing more.
Jokin's gonna sprint over to the window and see and look out of it, because he has some gear to help see through, snow and other obscuring.
Okay, so as your fingers touch the windowsill, they fall into grooves, and when you look down, your fingers are in large claw marks.
So what floor is this on? What story?
2nd floor. 3rd floor,
Okay.
sorry, 3rd floor.
How
And
did a
when you-
wild animal get up to the 3rd floor?
Exactly.
Wait, can I take a look out the window at all?
Yeah, absolutely. But the howler is blowing in your face. The snowfall is so heavy that you don't see any tracks on the ground. But you do see claw marks.
I point them out to the attendant or whoever.
Excuse me. No. Everyone must leave. We have to take care of the deceased body. Everyone out. So what do you guys do?
Do you have a licensed medical professional on your staff?
Absolutely. And so you see a medic starting to come in, but what do you guys do? She's telling you guys to get out, but
Can we tell how he died? I mean, was he eaten? Half his body's gone, or?
well, that will actually take a medicine check by someone on your team.
I would protest and say we have our own medic on staff here. I want a second opinion. Let's see what's going on.
She's going to be like, excuse me? So you're going to have to do a coercion check against her.
Why is it coercion? I'm not threatening her.
Are you trying to charm her?
Well,
Tell me what kind of check it's going to be.
Saying, look, 2 medics have as good a chance to find out what's going on as none, and I'm concerned for the safety of us and the rest of the group, and the senator. We don't know if this is a political attack or something. Let's see what's going on.
She's just like, wild animal attack, but as she looks over, Jasper's like moving in, and so she seems to think it over for a split second. So yeah, it will be 2 reds and 1 purple versus, so it's a charm check, yeah, so 2 reds and 1 purple against her.
Alright.
You can do it.
Ah.
Alright, so you take a strain from that, but yeah, we'll say that she is, you're able to convince her. She's like, okay, well, yes, 2 medics are better than 1. And so the other medic kind of gives Jasper an irritated look, but both of them begin to look over the body and basically converse in low voices. And so, can someone roll me 2 yellows, 2... Oh, no, never mind. I can do it.
So in the meantime, Boj is also going to wave key in, mouth for him to look around, or kind of gesture, since he's good at finding things, to see if he can see anything.
Alright, so unfortunately Jasper doesn't find anything conclusive. So he just kind of looks at the rest of you and just kind of shrugs. I can't really... I think it's an animal. I'm pretty sure it's an animal attack. So, and you know, he kind of looks at you guys and whispers like, what else would it be? And at that point, Ms. Roris is like, okay, you've had your medical check. Anything else you guys want to do before she starts to usher you guys out?
So perception would do nothing?
Well, I mean, you can try. So
He wants to like
like
check
that.
the room.
Yeah.
okay, so you must do a formidable perception check.
Oh, bugger that. Okay, what is that exactly?
So it's 5 purple.
Oh. Alright. Dang it.
Close.
All right, you take a strain. Unfortunately, you don't find anything. And don't worry, that was definitely on purpose, and you know that's all I'll say. But there are things, if you had actually gotten it, you know, this wasn't something that you had to fail. I'm just saying that I wasn't just, you know.
Can I have Jasper come over and look at the claw marks to see if he can identify anything from his xenology?
Sure, yeah. So Jasper comes over and he's looking at the claw marks, and I mean, he looks kind of scared because these claws look pretty damn big. But he's going to do a xenology check, and
I'll give him an unskilled boost and, you know, stand there miming different types of claw attacks to help vision.
That's reassuring.
all right. So yeah, he'll take a look, and unfortunately, this is going to be a daunting check for him. Do you want him to spend a destiny point?
No, it's okay.
All right. All right. So unfortunately, he can't really tell him much, and he's just like, "Sorry, I've never seen anything like this."
Boj has one more idea. He'll kind of nod at Hank. He's like, Hank, do you sense anything odd in this room?
I can surely try, but kind of keep that on the down low.
It's like, how subtle was that emphasis?
Yeah, I mean, also remember, they're Imperial snowtroopers here too, looking at the scene, guards, Corfinian guards, so yeah.
Yeah. Boj is still hungover. Any weird inflections can be written off as that.
Oh no, so did you actually say, can you sense?
Hmm?
So you actually said that then?
Yeah?
Okay, I will make a note of that.
Like, what are you talking about?
Wait, what is... What is that roll?
That roll was to see if I could say anything.
But what? It start with one challenge?
I just forgot to take it off.
Oh, okay.
All right, so are you going to take a conflict to initiate it?
Yeah.
All right, so flip a destiny point.
I can't see it. Could someone?
Yeah. Did it show up for you now?
Yeah.
All right.
All right, so as your force sense goes out, unfortunately, there are just so many living things all around you. I mean, this is a resort. This is a really big lodge, so you're not really able to pick out anything in particular. You just know that there are tons of people all around you. And at this point, Ms. Auroras just says, okay, enough of this. We have to respect the Norse family. We need to take care of this body. Please, everyone, leave the room. I assume you guys comply?
Yes. And walking out, Jokin will approach the daughter and express his condolences.
She's just too distraught to even speak. She barely even acknowledges you. I mean, she's just crying into her fiance's shoulder, and he gives you a really rude look because he remembered the brush off you gave him earlier. So he's just kind of like, eh. All right, so oh wait, one moment. Skipped a portion here. So as you leave the room, you hear one of the guards say, I don't care what Ms. Aurora says. It was the Ghost Wampa. It was the Ghost Wampa. Talking to another guard.
What
Approach
is the
him.
Ghost Wampa? I asked him, what is the Ghost Wampa about?
So the guy turns to you and says, you've never heard the story?
Of course not.
Well, legend has it that when Brigantus Nors, the famed Corfinian bounty hunter, retired, she settled on a farm outside of Farandal. During her final mission to capture a rogue Jedi on Hoth, she came into the possession of a sickly Wampa cub. She brought the cub to Corfai and raised it with the help of a local farmhand, and the two fell in love and had 2 children, with Fjorn, the runt Wampa, practically their 3rd child. When a friend from her old days as a bounty hunter visited, tragedy struck. Fjorn seriously injured Brigantus' friend and killed her husband. Struck with grief and rage, she took hold of her old flamethrower and burned her Wampa to death. She didn't actually witness the attack and only took the word of her friend. An investigation into her husband's death revealed that the slash marks found on his body were made by steel implements, not claws. Law enforcement officials, they soon pieced together that Brigantus' old friend was a jealous would-be lover. The man had killed her husband and tried to make it look like a Wampa attack, but Fjorn had actually tried to defend her husband and was burned for his trouble. It's said that one day Fjorn's ghost would strike back at a descendant of Brigantus Nors, but only one who was truly innocent like he was. The Norse family, to put it mildly, has been full of bounty hunters and assassins and other ne'er-do-wells. Senator Edric Nors was pretty much the first of his line to go into honest work. Well, as honest as any politician can be. If there was an innocent descendant of the Norse family, Edric was it. It's the Ghost Wampa come for his revenge, I tell you. And if it killed Edric, it's probably coming for his daughter Avadri too.
Is she next in line for his office or something like that?
Well, they are a democratic republic, so she would have to be voted in. But yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a political family, and you already know, you've heard her name before. She's popular, and especially with the death of her father, it'd probably be a shoo-in for her.
Do I know who would be her common enemies or nemesis?
Oh, you're going to have to speak up.
Do I know who would be her enemies or, people against her?
Well, I mean, it's a political family, so, there are other political parties and all that, but you don't know anything in particular offhand.
Okay.
I know. Do we want to offer to be bodyguards for her?
So actually, while she's crying, Barrett Travick walks over and says, I am so very sorry for your loss. Your father's service to the Empire was truly appreciated, and I'll make sure that my snowtroopers provide extra security for you and your fiance. And so she's crying and says, thank you so much. And yeah.
It's the fiance, y'all.
That dial M for murder.
All right, so the lodge is in an uproar as news of the senator's death spreads. You can hear an attendant on the comm link. Ranger Station Alpha, please come in. We have an emergency at Blue Spring Lodge. And damn it, the Howler must have damaged our comm tower.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so what are you guys going to do?
We don't really have mechanics, do we? So I don't know if we can
we
offer
do.
to...
Yeah, Jokin's a mechanic.
Okay. Do we want to try to offer to repair it out in the cold?
I would offer to repair it once the howler has calmed down a bit. I mean,
No. The ranger station's comm tower has been damaged. That's over a mile away.
Oh. We're not that friendly.
Yeah, out in the cold, probably not a good choice.
Well, I was going to wait for the howler to calm down because this guy's as dead as he's going to get.
Yep.
That might take a couple days.
Yep.
And what would be the reason why we want to contact them? Just because we're just out here by ourselves now?
Pretty much.
All right, so I mean, people are running around. People are freaking out. You've got a dead body. You've got lots of things going on. So I need to know what are you guys doing in terms of, you're in a situation here.
Maybe some leadership checks would be good. To calm people down.
I can try it if you guys want.
Okay. It will be a daunting difficulty.
Ooh.
Hooray. Alright. And this is just to start restoring some semblance of order, telling people to just stay calm, that sort of thing. Daunting, huh?
Yep.
Fun. Alright. Boom.
Did you get it?
I got 2 successes, 2 threats.
Oh, you actually did formidable instead of daunting.
I did formidable instead of daunting.
Okay, well, we'll say that, yeah, you start to take charge, and actually, so while you're doing that, Ms. Auroras is also taking charge with some people, and she looks over, and, actually, she kind of looks like she appreciates the fact that someone has a good head on their shoulders, and is, not running around screaming about ghost wampas and all kinds of nonsense, so... she kind of gives you this. She looks like a very. She's got glasses on, elderly woman, kind of like a stern librarian. But you see just the hint of not a smile, but a thin, neutral line of approval on her mouth. So.
I can work with that.
Yeah. All right. But while this happens, all of a sudden the power goes out. The Howler has completely blotted out the sun, leaving the lodge in relative darkness. And then all of a sudden, there are 3 loud crashes, one after another, as large windows in the lodge are shattered, letting cold air and snow rush in. I need everyone to roll a hard fear check.
That's against discipline, right?
Or cool.
Hard is 3 purple?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So,
Yeah.
even if you succeed, any threat generated is strain.
What about advantage?
Advantage will only give you boosts on the next fear check. It will not wipe strain in this
So if you have
case.
3 advantages, is that 3 boosts, or?
Yeah. Just remember, though, you're going to have to keep track of that.
Fair enough.
And also, you have a setback until the lights are restored.
Okay.
Bo's
So-
gonna flip on his night vision goggle things.
All right.
You can eliminate setbacks due to darkness.
Okay,
All right.
cool.
Hank is gonna go up to his room and grab all his equipment.
What about those of us who failed?
So, yeah, if you failed, then you have a setback until the lights are restored on all checks.
Okay.
So you have 2 setbacks, 1 from dark, 1 from fear.
Yes.
All right.
All right, so you hear attendants screaming, guests screaming, "It's Fjorn's revenge, I tell you, it's him!" And Ms. Auroras is ordering people to get large plywood sheets over the broken windows to block some of this, but, it's all kinds of chaos. And all of a sudden, you smell smoke Fire in the banquet hall! Fire in the banquet hall! So people, I mean, it is really starting to panic now, and all of a sudden the sprinkler system bursts on throughout the
Oh,
entire
no.
lodge.
No.
This planet uses wood a lot, so they are very serious about fire safety. So you guys are getting drenched. I mean, there is just water spilling everywhere. I mean, it's like a shower. So I need everyone to give me a hard resilience check or suffer 1 strain from the combination of cold and damp.
Oh no. Oh, I did it!
It's a hard resilience check.
Yes.
But more strain, right?
Yes.
Do we take the setback from the
right.
darkness on that?
I'll say no, but you do from the fear.
Oh, dang it. I have to re-roll then.
No, just for this. If you succeeded, don't worry about re-rolling. If you failed, go ahead and re-roll.
Okay, sorry.
I have one of those thermal coats. Can I add a blue die to it?
You know, unfortunately, you are getting drenched with water, so that is pretty much cutting into the effect of cold weather gear. And also, too, I mean, remember, you're inside of a super warm lodge. You probably weren't wearing that, right?
No, I went upstairs to go get all my stuff. Put all my stuff.
Oh, okay. You know, actually, sorry, that reminds me. I need everyone to roll a force die. And if you roll a dark side point, then your clothing, including the clothing upstairs, has been drenched by the sprinkler systems.
Oh,
Ouch.
I still had the other stuff.
All right.
Either way.
Come on, baby. Light me up. Oh!
Wow, a lot of dark.
Even had to pack his things in a garbage bag to keep them dry.
All right, so yes, the sprinklers continue to pour water for several minutes. The fire is put out, but everything within the lodge is wet, including spare logs next to the fireplaces. It's getting cold, even with the plywood up in front of the windows. It is cold. What do you guys do?
I have. Is the water has turned off? Is that correct?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
All right. So if we get a fire going again, that would definitely help with the cold.
Yes, it would.
All right. So I have some fire paste or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is this? I've never heard of that. This is an item?
Yeah. It
Okay.
can basically, it's a chemical propellant that can start fires, or if it doesn't have any fuel, it can burn on its own for, I think, an hour.
Yes, for an hour.
Okay. So I'm going to say that let me think about this, because without that, All right, so because of the moisture on the wood, it's going to be a hard survival check with 2 setback dice to start a fire. However, because of this accelerant, I'll say that wipes the 2 setback dice from the check.
Could anyone try to assist him?
I say we have Key try and do it, because he's pretty good at surviving on his own.
Okay.
Got 4 greens in that, but what with the 2 setbacks I have? Does that
Well,
affect it?
if Hank can give you the fire paste and let you try and start it.
All right, so he'll still have a net of 2 setback dice, I believe, yeah?
Okay, so it's my dice pool plus a boost, plus 2 setback?
Yes. So it's 3 purples, 2 setback, or 2 black,
Yeah,
1
feel free
blue.
to flip it.
And
Feel
if
free
you-
to flip
and
a
if you
destiny
need to-
point.
If you need to flip a destiny point.
Yeah, go ahead and flip one.
Alright, I'll do that. And boom! Ah.
That should have upgraded one of your things if you flip the destiny point.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's not a boost. It turns a green to a yellow.
Well, he had a
Oh,
boost
he had a
already, so-
boost.
I apologize then.
Okay,
There we
yeah,
go.
we're gonna need. It's gonna have to be it has to be a new check because it's upgraded. So, yeah.
Yeah. No,
So
I thought
3
that was
greens,
kind of
1
just an
yellow.
automatic thing. Alright,
Oh, no worries.
Ah,
good then.
Yay.
Warmth.
And
Okay.
an advantage. Does that do anything?
Yeah, in this case, everyone within short range regains 1 strain just from that because the fire is now on.
Okay.
And you all get a one-time, just for right now, a one-time recovery check. So that's discipline or cool to regain. So it's simple. So to regain strain.
Aha, it came in handy.
Oh.
And
Really?
and for this one, advantages don't actually matter. It's the number of actual success pips.
Great, because I rolled 5 advantages and no success.
Yeah, sorry.
That's nice.
I don't know. Can
Recover 1.
Dox use his triumph to like encourage everyone else to cool down?
Wait, oh, you know what? I'll let his triumph allow one person who failed to reroll. Encouraging words.
Hey, buddy, it's okay. Oh, don't lose your mind. And Dox is also going to get his gear from his room just before we go too far.
I'll reroll if no one else wants it, because I didn't get anything from that.
All right, yeah, go for
definitely.
Stupid 5 advantages. That's better.
All right, so you guys head up, get your gear, and come back downstairs, and you see Jasper once again over with the Imperial contingent talking to Barrett Travick. And so he's in mid-conversation, and you see him just freeze. And he slowly turns his head and starts looking over by the stairs. And Leslie, I need you to roll for sense, actually. You see Jasper, like, you can tell, just, you know that look. He's using force sense. Do you want to also use force sense and take a conflict to...
Yes.
Okay.
That's
So
2.
flip a destiny point. All right, so you follow Jasper's eyes, and you're tapping into the force as well. You sense something where you see nothing. There is something on the stairs right now.
Okay. I let everybody know that, especially my team, kind of let them know that, hey, we may have the same monster or entity that attacked is in this room right now.
Where?
I
Yeah,
point
he's
at,
just kind of huddled by the fire, like, what are you talking about?
I point up at the stairs.
All right,
Those are
so
stairs.
as you point to the stairs, someone yells, "It's Fjord's ghost!" I need everyone to roll a daunting perception check, but it is very specifically 3 reds, 1 purple, 2 native setback dice. These are completely unrelated to the ones you may already have.
All right.
And
3
then-
red,
How many setbacks?
1 purple,
2 setback dice.
and 2 setbacks.
And this
Oh,
is
that's
a perception
fantastic.
check.
This will go well.
I'm not going to even roll it. So.
Oh, I got a triumph and a failure.
I'll say that allows you to re-roll with a boost die on it.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot
I
my
also
other.
got a same thing
Oh, a triumph?
and a failure.
Okay, yeah, so re-roll with a boost die.
The same
Another
thing.
triumph?
Yeah, do it again.
But then,
I added
so 2
another
boost die total?
No, it's just 1 because it just gave you.
I'm just squinting even harder now.
Yes.
You can do it.
Nope.
I got 3 advantages. I don't know if that helps us.
Did anyone pass?
No.
No.
Okay, so you hear something running up the stairs very clearly, even over the howler, because you guys were looking in that direction. You hear something running, and it sounds like claws are actually scraping on the wood as something is running.
All right, I'm gonna pull up my riot shield.
Rebecca will shoot if I can.
At what?
The sound of claws.
All right, so you shoot, and everyone starts panicking. They're like, "What are you doing?" And so people are screaming. Someone's like, "He shot at the ghost wampa," and the place just erupts into all kinds of craziness.
Can I make a leadership check to calm them down?
Sure.
Alright. What do you want me to roll against?
This is going to be formidable, actually.
Which is 4 or 5?
5.
Okay.
Wow.
Whoa.
Did it work? I'm.
It did.
Yeah.
5
Okay.
success.
It should have been 5 successes and 4 advantages.
Okay.
Actually, no, still 3, but yeah.
So yeah, you start to calm people down, but what are the rest of you guys doing?
Well, Key is scrabbling backwards away from the stairs after the ghost Wampa and the firing edit.
Dox does the opposite. He runs up the fucking stairs.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
Rebecca's
All right, go ahead, Doc.
anyone else going up the stairs?
Yeah, joking.
Okay.
I guess Hank will.
Hey, Tommy, it might be minor, but with the 5 successes, can I assign people to, like, you two tend the fire, build more, you two keep the plywood up on those walls, keep the wind out, just
Absolutely.
to try and keep people working so they don't panic, and
Right.
keep the building up and running.
And so some of them kind of like look at you like, who are you to be giving orders? But Ms. Auroras stands next to him and it's like, you heard the man, go! Let's go!
So, like Captain America from Avengers kind of thing.
So yeah, so people start to snap to attention, and yeah, so people get busy downstairs. And as
Did Darren say anything to Key specifically?
No, you can do what you want.
Okay, well, he's not in any good mood right now. Go on.
all right, so as you guys get up to the 2nd floor, I need you all to do another perception check with that same pool.
Ooh.
Hank is not going to even try.
And remember, this is low light as well, so unless you have something
Gotta
that
despair.
you got to despair.
Oh. Failure and
Your glass is short out.
Okay, no, I've got something for this. All the other checks, anyone else fail?
I think
Everyone.
yeah.
Everyone
failed.
else?
Okay, so as you are like looking around, you turn, and for a split second you notice like a shimmering in the air right next to you, and before you can do anything, you just feel just claws rip into you. And so you're like, I mean, this is point blank stealth attack. You just got hit with I'm going to say, well, actually I'll roll it.
Defense 1.
Defense 1, okay. So it goes
My shield counts for anything?
it would
I'm
be
the
a
one
defense, I believe.
Isn't
gets
it just Jokin's getting hit though, right?
Yeah.
Aha! You missed.
All right, so so instead of like claws ripping into you, you just feel like the air swoosh by you, and you notice just like a shimmering in the air. And
If you wanted, you could say that maybe he hit me, because you said, I mean, it's a surprise attack, so the odds of missing are pretty low. But maybe he hits my armor, protects me, but knocks me, like the force knocks me down or something with the advantage?
you know, actually, yes, I'm going to go with that. So you are knocked down by the force of the blow, and the rest of you guys only hear like scraping. You know, like when a dog runs on hardwood? That's what you hear. And the window at the end of the hallway bursts as something just runs right through it, dives right through it.
Going out?
Out. Right into the blizzard.
No, I don't get a chance to shoot
Are we
again.
able to see maybe a silhouette or footprints or anything like that as it's leaving?
Or in the
Well,
snow?
yeah. I mean, if you guys rush over, you see, but remember, the snow is falling really fast, but you do see footprints. And the footprints you see are clawed, but you don't see 4. This thing is walking on 2 legs.
Oh, wow.
And so this thing just jumped through a window. What are you guys going to do?
We're definitely not following it.
Can I shoot towards around it?
Can we
You
see the
can't see it.
footprints?
You can just see the footprints, but this
Can we see
is...
the footprints like following behind it as it walks?
Well, as it gets... Okay, whoops, I forgot to switch something here. Here's a hot spring. You guys see that? This is what you guys see. So it is thick. You can only see the footprints, and they're quickly being covered, and this thing's already out of range. I mean, this thing is fast.
Does anyone have a some kind of computer that can take a picture of it real quick?
Oh, it's
Before the
gone.
track-
I mean, that.
Well, I'm talking about the tracks before the tracks disappear.
Oh,
No.
No.
Oh, it's just downstairs anyway.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't have. All I have is a comm link. So, all right. Well, I guess we can come back downstairs and let them know they got another window to board up.
you do notice. Looks like it cut itself as it jumped through the window.
So
Ooh.
we got blood.
Mhm.
I think we should get our xenobiologist.
Sounds
up
like Predator.
there. If it bleeds, we can kill it.
DNA analysis.
All right, so yeah, how do you guys collect the blood sample?
I mean, it's on a piece of glass, right?
Uh-huh.
You can just break off the glass and bring it downstairs.
Sounds good.
All right. I'll take off the glass and bring it to whoever is the expert.
Can I board up that window with an athletics check or something?
Yeah, well, a bunch of attendants run up with plywood when they hear, and so you can help them. So it's, I mean, yeah, I mean, if you want to roll an athletics check, go for it.
Okay, what are we looking at?
It's just an average. It's plywood. You're just pushing it over it against the window.
Like, I'm too scared, apparently. I give them a boost.
Okay, so they do it. And so as you guys come downstairs, people are scared, but at least they're not panicking. And actually, Ulf Goodhearth approaches you guys, but he is far more humble than before. His arrogance and pride has been wiped away by fear. And he says, "You may have heard one version of the legend of the Ghost Wampa, but my grandmother told it differently. Fjorn could have fought back when he was burned by Brigantis, but he didn't. He stayed loyal to her to the very end of his life, and when he perished, nothing changed. He didn't blame Brigantis, he blamed the man who killed her husband. We have a saying on Corfai, as loyal as Fjorn. Whatever you fought, it wasn't his ghost," Ulf insists.
Jokin's, well, I guess maybe not Jokin, never mind. Maybe someone else could ask him what he thinks it could be. Since Jokin probably isn't his favorite.
Bosch can ask if
He's
you
humble
want.
right now.
Oh yeah, I mean
Doesn't
he's
he hear that?
yeah he was probably talking directly to you, Jokin. Like
Oh.
yeah, I mean you're human.
Well,
So.
I'll ask him what he thinks it could be then, since...
A snow panther? I mean, just some kind of animal.
Walking
But
on two legs. What could it be that was walking on two legs?
what walks on two legs? I mean, he's totally like, what are you talking about? This was an animal.
We saw tracks out the window, and it was clearly a bipedal track set.
All right, so he's getting really scared. He's like, I don't know, but it doesn't sound good.
Is there a basement in this place?
No.
Yeah, well, like hot pools and stuff below as well. The sauna's downstairs too.
It may be better to consolidate everyone down there and hole up until the storm's over and we can get help.
Okay. So actually, downstairs though, there is no light at all. It is completely
We can
pitch
get a
dark.
fire.
And yeah, okay.
Was the sprinkler system active down there?
Yes, it was active everywhere.
Okay, but we should still be able to bring some of the burning tinder and start fires downstairs. And I would assume if it's a basement, there's no windows, so we don't have to worry
Right.
about that risk. And there's only maybe one or two ingresses.
Okay.
So unless you guys have any opposition, that would be Boja's suggestion.
No, okay, we'll go along with it.
All
Worry
right.
about the carbon monoxide poisoning, carbon dioxide poisoning from the smoke from the fires. Enclosed place.
I guess it depends on if there's flues or not.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do they not
Let's
already,
check first.
already have some artificial light though, like some lanterns and stuff?
I have a fusion lantern we can set up.
Yeah, so you see some small lanterns being like taken out and stuff, and a couple of candles, but Ms. Aurora's like glares at the people with candles, and it's like, you better watch that. And yeah, so do you guys give that sample to Jasper?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I'm kinda
Jasper is
over
going to take a look at it. He pulls out his medical kit, and it's going to be a daunting check for him. And actually, does anyone have knowledge underworld?
Key, do you?
3 green and minus a setback.
Okay.
You can provide assistance that gives 2 boost dice, though, so you might be best bet.
I'll do that.
Okay, so yeah, he'll do that. That's actually 3 boost dice total for Jasper. And it's going to be daunting.
Why don't we flip 1 for Jasper here?
Okay. And actually, do you want to suggest that Jasper maybe do something for himself before he does this check?
Jasper, why don't you go ahead and stim up?
All right, so Jasper will do that first.
Do the whole Popeye music.
All right, it works. So he's now at 5 intellect for this.
Is Barrett
That's what
just watching you stick yourself with needles?
Yep. All right,
Pain
so
is the cleanser.
daunting. All right, here we go.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so
4 successes. Wow.
And shouldn't you have had a
A 3rd boost?
no? Well, a 3rd boost, but also a yellow as well.
oh,
for
you're right.
flipping,
I
Yeah,
don't need to rock the boat. We made it, but
yeah.
Or unless you just
was it
super
flipped?
figure it out, because that is a huge amount of successes.
I'm just gonna roll the yellow by itself just to see if we would have gotten a triumph. No. Okay. So Jasper's like, wait a minute. So he kind of gathers you guys a little bit closer because he doesn't want like too many people to overhear this. But he says, I've heard of these creatures called Defil, colloquially known as wraiths, but I always thought that they were a myth. Supposedly, they're barely visible creatures from the high gravity outer rim planet of Ath-El. Some people call them living shadows, but basically they're able to bend light, and it's very hard to see them. So, but like I said, I always thought it was a myth, but I've heard talk of, Defil assassins being hired by Huts and Black Sun.
Do they have claws?
and Defil are bipedal.
Yes, yeah, they have claws,
And
fur.
they're sentient.
Yes.
Okay.
So we're dealing with an assassin, potentially, if that's what bled on it here.
Yep.
So
Oh.
why would the assassin still be here? I mean, presuming that his target was the senator.
Unless it's the senator's daughter.
Right. Or then senator's entire, like just all the people in the senator's group.
Myths are a good cover for murder.
Yep. All right, so Jasper's kind of thinking about this, and so he's going to actually do another check. So let's see here. This is going to be a hard knowledge check. So he's now convinced that, yes, this is a Defil.
Nice.
Okay. So, can someone do me a favor? I need to have Jasper take 4 strain,
Sure, I got it.
and then this threat I will say is how much is he at right now?
He's at 4 out of 11.
All right, he's going to take another 4 strain then. Like he's really concentrating hard, but he says, from what I remember, they supposedly can bend only longer wavelengths of light, so visible in infrared, but I think they might be visible in ultraviolet light.
So the question is, out of character, would Jokin and Boj's goggles that allow the night vision? See
No,
that?
night vision is actually infrared.
Gotcha.
I mean, mine are multi-spectrum or integrated scanner and an optics suite. So nothing really says.
I'm just going to say that because normally they're weighted towards the opposite end of the spectrum for infrared, that they're not going to see ultraviolet light unless it specifically said UV light.
So
Alright.
we need something that can see UV light.
So, I mean, nope, I'm going to shut up.
Boj will ask, I can't remember her name now. The head lady,
Ms. Auroras. Yep.
Mr. Roars. He's just gonna ask her, do you have any equipment that can detect ultraviolet, or that can see in ultraviolet, used for maybe thermal imaging or anything to detect people buried under snow, stuff like that?
She says, well, no, that would be infrared to catch heat signatures, but we do have black lights.
That could work.
Yeah, so she says, actually, well, the main heating system of this whole complex is geothermal, and we have a small power station. It is one of the, well, it's pretty much the warmest area of the complex, but I can already tell that it's failed. Something's happened to it because the walls are cold. Normally we would have superheated water pumping throughout the entire complex, but at the power station we do have a set of UV lights, because, and she looks kind of nervous as she's like saying this, well, it's because we grow frostcap mushrooms, and the spores of frostcaps are slightly psychoactive when exposed to UV light. And she actually looks over at the Imperial contingent and adds kind of loudly, though it has been proven to be completely non-addictive and non-toxic. Barrett Travick rolls his eyes as he hears this and says, don't worry, I'm just the actor who plays Captain Compnor. Besides, I think we all have much bigger things to worry about than happy mushrooms. So she looks relieved when he says that and says, well, so yes, we have a small frostcap farm in the power station. The spores, like I said, are psychoactive, but it's behind a sealed door. So, you know, and then she thinks, well, that's not really going to help you because you have to get in there to get to the UV lights.
And where is it?
Yeah, how far off is the power station?
It's at the opposite end of the complex. But as she says that, one of the attendants is like, no, Ms. Aurora, they can't go there. That's where the Fjorn caps are. And she says, they're called frost caps, not Fjorn caps. And she turns and looks at you, and it's like, it's part of this ridiculous legend that Fjorn, his favorite treats were the frost caps. And so some people call them Fjorn caps. But anyway, yes, that's where they are. But if you're heading there for the UV lights, you also may be able to turn the power back on.
Which would warm the facility.
Yes.
Anyone feeling
and
particularly
turn on the
adventurous?
lights.
Jokin is, I mean, as someone who'll need to do some mechanical stuff when we get there, presumably was willing to go.
So I say we send Jokin for mechanics, 2 people to escort him. I'm going to stay here to rally the people, keep them going, and keep this place as warm and operational as we can.
Okay.
I mean, can we flip a destiny point to have some of those goggles on the other spectrum?
I'm going to say in this case, because it's a pretty major plot element, I'm not going to allow that. Like, these goggles really have to have said specifically UV.
Okay, and then I think we should keep a force sensitive in each place, though.
Jasper's staying with Barrett.
Okay.
So Boj will stay back here too.
I'm gonna kind of push Jasper.
Get them a blanket to come.
Jasper's gonna push you back and be like, "What?
What are you doing, brown nosing with Barrett? What's going on there?"
So Jasper actually starts to blush, and it's just like, it's none of your business.
It's all my business. I want to know what are you talking about?
Hank, bigger concerns. Power station.
Yeah, exactly.
Dealing with
Jasper's
Jasper
like,
flirting.
Hey, I've got a big concern. You know, I don't know what this guy is saying. I've got a.
I'm talking about his show.
Oh. Okay.
Look, let the man fangirl, and for now, let's get the power back on.
Yeah, Key being scared and all is not gonna want to go out into the storm and all that, so.
So, Hank, why don't you come with me to go investigate?
Okay.
And
Does anyone have a warm coat? We need at least 3 warm coats.
I have a warm coat and a thermal cloak, so I could lend one.
If someone
Mine's
wants to
kinda
take
soaked.
Boj's thermal cloak, they can, but
Okay. I'll give you mine. Mine's wet, so it'll dry off.
Yeah, my stuff's all dry too, so.
Okay.
All right.
And I'm also going to commit a force die to things.
Okay.
I need like 5 minutes. I can go run to the bathroom. If you guys want to keep going, feel free. But
Yeah, same.
No, let's go ahead and just take a break, and I'll cut the broadcast here, but please remind me to put it back on.
will do.
Right.
Okay.
I'm coming. So.
All right, so now I'm recording. I missed a couple of things, but basically the party is getting ready to head out into the cold, where I explained some changes from the last session. So I'm just going to read these changes real quick. For the sequence, due to the extreme cold, each threat on any check, even on a success, inflicts 1 strain. Furthermore, any advantages on these checks cannot be used to directly wipe strain, but will instead grant a boost die on the next check of the same type. So are you guys heading out?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we should probably give the lantern to Rebecca if he's coming.
Okay.
He can
Yeah.
afford to take the fewest hits to his
Strain.
strain.
And who's doing the survival checks?
Anyone have cunning?
No, my cunning is 1, so.
You could, if you can convince Key, he has a native cunning of 4 if you want to, but that's up to him.
Well, then we're just sending the whole. And we could also just send the whole party, but at that point, it's like 5 out of 6 are going.
Yeah, he doesn't have the resilience.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna have to depend on force destiny points and boosts.
Who's got the highest cunning within the group?
All right, so I mean, just letting you guys. Nope, I'm shutting up.
Who's got the highest cunning?
They're gonna
Ben.
have 2.
Ben, what's your cunning, man?
Mine's only 2, so
I don't know, Key, do you want to head with him to keep him alive?
Wait, sorry, who has the highest cunning out of those going, or just everyone?
Well, that's what we're asking if you want to go, because they all have 2.
What's your cunning?
Oh, Key's cunning is 4, but he certainly does not want to go. He's rather scared right now.
Okay.
And cold, and
we-
under strain.
We're probably going to need you to help us navigate.
Can I make a leadership check to get him out of the fear, because he failed the fear check?
Yeah, sure. It'll be against I think the fear difficulty was 3, right?
Yeah.
So just roll against that.
Okay. Does confidence come into play on that, where I get to reduce fear checks, or is that only for me?
I don't know, you tell me.
Like, can you instill confidence?
Rules as written, it just says I get to reduce any, but since the leadership check is something that we've house ruled, I just wasn't sure. What you wanted
Flip
to
a
call it.
destiny point to give it that functionality.
Sure, if you guys are okay with that.
Go for
Okay,
it.
you're in the opposition. Alright. So, 2 advantages and a triumph.
I'll say that allows you to do it again with, well, it's a triumph and 2 advantages, so go ahead and do 3 boost dice.
Okay. There we go.
Okay.
3 successes, 3 advantages.
All right, so, and I'll say that go ahead, because he's giving you kind of this pep talk, you can do a roll, just Key can do a roll for recovery. So cool or discipline without any difficulty to regain some strain.
Okay. Oh, good.
Nice.
So that's 2 recovered?
Yep. You might want to give him the lantern, though, since he's only 4 away from passing out. And Boj will also take off his goggles. And
Oh
hand
wait,
them to
he's
Key.
4 away from passing out. Okay. Someone needs to create a distraction, because Jasper can heal strain directly.
Boj can make another leadership check very loudly from the other end of the room.
Sure, yeah.
Okay. What do you want it against?
Just make it 3.
Alright, he's just going to be giving more orders from the other side of the room.
Yeah,
Success,
I've basically
2
been taking a
advantages.
strain every time I got a threat rolled.
Got it. Okay, so Jasper walks up to you and whispers in your ear and just says, just don't react to this, but he touches your shoulder and he kind of turns his body so his body is blocking it. And
That sounds creepy without context.
oh goodness. Anyway, you heal 6 strain and 6 wounds if you had any
Oh,
wounds.
wow.
That was a good roll.
That is very good.
Okay, but yeah, Boj is taking off his goggles, and even though they're a little oversized, he's pushing them on Key's head, so now you can see in the dark, and, snow's not hitting you in the eyes.
So, and are you back up to full?
Yeah.
Okay. Does anyone else need? No, actually, Jasper is going to be a little nervous about doing this, especially with
Yeah, so he just
Captain
kind of gives
Cocknor
some
in the room.
surprise, but feeling better, like gives a little nod of thanks. And...
Okay.
Also, Tommy, it's just Boj and Jasper who have strain right now. Everyone else is clear.
Okay. Actually, Jasper will do this for himself too. So.
Probably good.
Well, have you done any
Oh.
of the recovery checks for him too? Because he's been taking strain, but not really.
Oh yeah, someone else will need to do that for me. I forgot about that, but.
What is his? What the better of his two?
He's got a better cool, I think. Actually, no, they're both just 2 greens.
All right.
But he wipes 6 strain directly.
I'll get that.
And then another 1 strain.
Okay, so he's down to 1.
Okay, cool. Thanks for the reminder, guys. All right, so you guys are heading out into the white. It's everyone except for Durin.
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, okay. Good luck.
Okay, so I'm only. Never mind.
So real quick, just to make sure I understand that the mechanics of this is that whoever has the light is the person who's leading and making all the
Yes.
survival checks. Correct?
Yes.
We all have our stun blasters, right?
Yeah.
Or other weapons, yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
And we all have.
I mean, I think we're mostly going to be facing the weather, though.
So I'd say give Key the lantern. That's obviously up to you guys, but...
Yeah, sure. Rebecca at least has good resilience, right?
Yeah.
And I'm going to say, Key, because of the strength of the wind, you're not going to be able to hold the lantern correctly with just one hand. You're going to need 2 hands to hold it.
Okay.
Can Dox use his shield to keep the wind off of Key or something?
Yeah, you can, but that's going to give a setback to his visibility. That's already been hampered by all of this snow. So, let's put it this way. Yes, you can do it, but it'll give a setback to survival checks, but it will give a bonus to resilience checks.
All right, it's up to you then.
But we need the survival checks to make sure we don't get lost. So
Just use it if he starts to go down.
Yeah, he doesn't have much resilience. You've got 1 brawn, right?
Yeah, I
Oh,
got
shouldn't
1.
talk, I'm not here.
Let's just get moving. I think we've got our plan.
Okay.
All right, so
Moving out.
as soon as you guys head out, I need everyone to do an immediate hard resilience check or suffer 1 strain, including strain from threats.
Ow.
You don't like the cold.
So just 1 strain?
So
Yeah.
1 strain for a failure plus any 4 threats.
Are there any boosts for the thermal cloaks, or...
I forget what the thermal cloak does. My write-up doesn't have the exact...
It's usually -2 setbacks for colds.
it would give you just a blue die. It's like one of those, right to.
Well, no, it would only give setback. That's going to come into play, though. So,
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
But not if the coat is wet, right?
I thought you guys dried your cloaks.
Yes,
Oh.
we did.
Oh,
We
okay,
did.
I missed that. My
Okay. I was about to say. Because if you didn't, that would have upgraded the difficulty twice.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering about that, but my bad. Go on.
All right, so everyone's already. I'm on a different screen here, so everyone's all set with that, right?
Jokin and Kivera did not pass that check.
Okay, so you suffer 1 strain plus any threats as strain.
What do advantages do?
Advantages. So remember, as I said earlier.
That boost for the next type.
Exactly. Thank
You
you.
have to use them all at once? I assume so.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
All right, so to reach the power station, you're going to need to make 2 successful hard survival checks to navigate in the snowstorm. Just keep rolling until the 2 successes are achieved, but Jokin, please keep tally on how many failures happened with that.
So can anyone assist me in that, or?
Yeah, but it's probably only going to be a boost die, because I don't think anyone actually has skills in survival.
Okay.
But you should probably flip... I'd say flip Destiny. I don't know about you guys.
Sure. All we need is just 2. So I'll give a boost die to yours, or whoever can. It doesn't matter.
And does he get 2 for the lantern?
Yep.
As we're
For the
moving,
lantern?
is there anything we can leave behind as a trail to find our way back easier? Does anyone have anything like that?
That's good advice.
Let me look.
Can we say that we brought some rope? with
So
us?
actually, well, just to let you guys know, Ms. Auroras did explain that once the power comes back on, safety lights will turn on, which will have trails to all the major installations in the complex.
That's still a good idea, though, that we have a safety net.
Yeah, actually, Docs does have some rope on him. If we want
Okay,
to
well,
tie it
maybe
to
we
something and just
maybe we can
swing it
lay the.
along.
How long is that rope?
Yeah, this place is like a quarter of a mile away. It's a large complex.
You probably don't have 400.
Yeah.
Don't question how much rope Docs has or what he uses it for.
Is as we're passing by, are there like trees or something like that we could hang maybe pieces of the rope from? No? Yes?
Only a few.
No, okay.
But yeah, so just to get things moving though.
Go ahead and make the check.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
so you said
so-
3 purple, how many boost?
3.
Oh, 3 boost?
2 from the lantern, 1 from assistance.
Okay. 1 success, yeah.
That's
Well,
2
2 success, 2
successes, 2
advantage. I just meant like 1 down, 1 to go.
Yes, good
Nice.
job. Good
Hey,
job.
can
Good
you take
job.
those
good
2
job.
boosts as boosts on his next roll?
Yeah,
That's the
of the same check. Yep.
5 boosts. Good job, man.
So
Good
now I
job.
take away an advantage because force point only counted once, but I had 2 boost, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, go!
Good
Nice!
job. Good job.
No.
All right, we've gotten 2 successes, Tommy.
Okay, so you make it to the power plant, but as you guys are trudging through this, I need all of you to roll a single hard resilience check. What he did was, if you had failed, it would have been a setback for each failed survival check.
Oh.
And
Oh,
I'm
nice.
actually going to upgrade this once, though.
Okay.
So
For who?
one
I mean-
red for the entire party. So-
Okay.
So 1 red, 2 purple?
Yep, 1 red, 2 purple.
Ow.
Wow.
Okay, so anyone who failed takes 1 strain. Remember the threats. But for the despair, if anyone got a despair, that is 2 additional strain and a point of wounds because you are starting to get frostbite.
Oh, crap, okay.
So you're holding the lantern, so it's not your hands, but your toes are starting to get frozen. You're having trouble walking. So,
Oh,
You got 10 of them, you can lose a couple.
yep. Okay,
Perfect.
so you guys are now at the power station, and let me switch the...
Yes.
Here. Oh, and I totally forgot to...
Good thing Jesper healed that.
So here's the Ghost Wampa. There are the frost caps.
Mushrooms.
By the way, the frost cap I think is a very pretty mushroom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Is
then
that a real life mushroom?
it is, but it isn't called frost cap. I forget the name. And there is the power station in the distance. And so you guys make it there. And all right, so you immediately notice an odd smell in the air. I need all of you to do make a hard discipline or resilience check.
For cold again?
No, this is something else. It's from what you're smelling in the air.
This is still a resilience check, so can we use the advantages from before on it?
Sure.
Okay.
So I succeeded but got a threat. Does that mean a strain?
You know, in this case, yeah, unfortunately.
Okay.
Okay, so anyone who failed that check, you get a sense of giddiness, and you have a setback to all checks except for fear checks, where it actually becomes a boost.
Guys, getting high. Nice going.
Oh, wow.
I leave for 1 minute.
Stone Jedi.
Wow.
All right, so as you move through the dark station... Sorry, what?
I was saying my saver has pretty colors.
Oh, yeah. So as you move through the dark station, you notice a door has been wrenched open nearly off of its hinges. It's the door to the mushroom farm. As you can see, as you hold the lantern up and look inside, but the UV lights are off. But yeah, you can tell the smell is strongest there. So the spores have been released everywhere. Then as you look forward, you see 4 turbines. All of them looked pretty trashed. There's one that doesn't look as bad as the rest, but 3 out of the 4 are just done. There's just no way that you're getting it up and running. But you will possibly be able to get one of them up. It's going to be a daunting mechanics check to get this thing back up.
Daunting more?
Well, I have no mechanics. I actually
Yes.
have 3.
I get.
I was gonna
Can I-
say
can I
he
assist?
can give
Yeah.
the +2 boost assistance.
Yeah. All right. Here we go. I failed, but there was no. It was like a 100% clean failure.
Okay, so you get to try again, but before you try again, I need so Joe can actually roll a 1d100.
86.
86. So, who all failed their checks for the resilience when you walked in this place?
Just Hank and Docs.
Hank and Docs. Okay, so Hank and
I
Docs.
thought Kivera as well.
No, Keep succeeded. He just got a
Oh,
threat.
okay.
Okay, so you both notice a faint glowing mist that starts to coalesce into a bulky, monstrous shape, almost like a wampa. I need you both to roll a hard fear check. But you do get a boost to it. And if you succumb to the fear, you get 2 setback dice on your next check of any type. So just remember that. And as this thing coalesces into the shape of what looks like a wampa, it actually raises its hand and points with a clawed finger to the left. As your eyes move there, you see shifting lights moving closer. And meanwhile, on top of the machinery, you see 4 dancing Twi'leks gyrating on top of it. You also see 4 bats, multicolored bats, flying overhead that start screeching. So you're tripping balls right now.
Yeah.
What
But
power station is this?
you do see these lights that are moving closer and closer to you.
So what do the non-tripping balls people see?
None of this.
Oh, okay.
We're just focused on repairing it.
I don't know. Maybe point that out to SWRPG and he can just fire some stuff at it.
So I'm
Maybe
gonna
don't start firing in a power station.
It's just stun damage. I mean,
Well, remember, stun damage is electrical.
yeah.
So, okay,
I'm gonna let everybody know what I see. I see bats flying. I mean, I don't know what these kind of bats are doing. Can I recognize what kind of bats they are? Are they dangerous?
they're pretty neon bats.
Ooh.
Oh, they're pretty neons. Lots of colors, lots of green and yellow.
Docs just raises his shield. It's more of a confused fear.
I'm gonna go take the breath max out of my pack and just hand it over to Hank.
I don't need it, dude. I'm seeing better than I've ever seen before.
All right, so you hear a screech, and I need everyone to roll initiative.
Ooh. Okay.
Sorry, what is that roll?
It's vigilance for this case.
Ugh.
Actually, though, if it's better, the guys who could see all the stuff going on, you get. It can be cool if it's better for you, because you see what's coming, even though you just think it's like pretty lights.
And would those setbacks count on initiative rolls, or initiative rolls just not difficulty at all? I would assume they're just blank difficulty still.
Oh wait.
Oh, do I have setbacks for the initiative?
Yeah, no, there's no difficulty on initiative.
Okay, but I had set. I know it's not difficult, but do.
Oh, yes. Sorry, I misunderstood the question. Yeah, the setback dice do count, so you do need to roll those with them.
All right, you want me to just roll it again?
Yeah.
All over again.
Oh well, no, just roll the setback dice and then add and subtract as it goes.
So I have
Joking,
two,
if you
right?
can.
Yeah, we're on it.
Okay, cool.
Hank is that
All right, so mine would just be 2 success.
okay?
All right, and give me one moment here.
My 3 key doesn't appear to be working. Someone wants to put a 3 in there for me.
I flipped a destiny point. All right, so 2.2 for NPC 1. And a 3 for NPC 2.
Uh-oh.
And a 4.2 for NPC, or well. Is that two free maneuvers?
Yes, 2 free maneuvers or whatever.
Isn't there still a cap on maneuvers though, no matter what?
I think these are free, like outside of the turn.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, it's free outside of the turn. So one of them gets 4.
Wait, what was? I don't see. Rebecca, is that your 0.3?
Yeah.
Womp womp. All right, let me sort this, and we will take a look. All right, NPC 3, 2, 1, and then everyone else.
Wow, they're all in front of you guys?
Yeah, wait, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, 0.4.
Okay, so here it goes. So you see these shifting lights like moving really close to you, and Claw's just like, well, I'll roll.
Sorry, did the non-druggies see them too?
No. You are kind of in the dark, but you guys need to... I'm gonna shut up. Remember, some of you guys are working to restore the power. The power does something to a certain room here. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, the black lights. We need the black lights on.
Mm-hmm.
Hurry up! Who's working on that?
I'm going.
All right, so actually, who's working on the Jokin's working on the pumps, right?
And Kivera is
Keeps helping.
Okay, so actually one of them goes after you, Jokin.
All right, I have 1 defense.
All right. Oh boy. You take 15 points of damage.
Oh,
So 15, but it takes 4 strain. And so the next one, and of course soak does apply to that.
Yep.
The next one is going after Kivera.
Okay.
And do you have any defense?
Nope.
All right. All right, so that's 11 points of damage, and I need you to roll a crit plus 20.
Oh, they've got vicious 20, vicious 2.
What's that?
Oh, God.
A percentile dice.
God.
Yeah, if you roll a percent. Oh no. Oh, no.
That's 98.
Yeah. Here we go.
Oh God.
That's not good.
98 is not good, but how not good is it is the question. 98 is crippled.
He's
Limb
not
crippled.
maimed.
Increase the difficulty of all checks to use that limb by 1.
Okay, this thing slashes at Kivera's leg.
Oh no. Like, he's 14 years old. I mean, I'm just gonna kill a
Won't someone
kid.
think about the children?
Oh, you know, actually, because he's short, he's not going to strike the leg. He'll strike his non-dominant hand or arm.
How is that better?
All right, so one of your arms is crippled.
All
All right, so the third one now. So you see this happen. I will give you guys with the destiny point an out of turn incidental to interpose. One of you guys can interpose yourself.
They're just going after those guys? Yeah,
Well, they're trying. Remember, these things are smart. They're trying to keep the power from coming back on. Okay, so Rebecca.
Basically, to get in between them, basically, is what you're saying?
Yeah, you're interposing yourself, trying to keep the
Yeah.
third one from going for these guys. So yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'll
this
charge
one,
in.
you hear the shrieking sound again, and this thing is going for you. Any defense?
No.
I have a question real quick, actually.
Yeah.
Do you recall how much damage I took, or could you
It
tell?
was 11 before soak.
Okay, so I literally have 1 wound left?
How
You're
much
at
of your?
11 wounds?
How much soak do you have?
1.
You have not
Oh,
have any.
2. Oh, I have 2 soak now.
Wait a minute, but you're wearing a coat as well, right? How strong are you? What's your brawn?
1?
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
got it.
You'd either have a soak of two or 3. So.
Okay. So
Are you
yeah,
wearing
just
any-
make sure to apply that soak.
So I think you're at 10 wounds, Key.
Yeah, cool.
Are you wearing any armor or anything like that?
I just got a coat.
And
It's like
that's
that noble. What was it called, Dart?
The Nomad Greatcoat.
Nomad, not noble.
It's just a soak one.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
So
Wow.
SWRPG, you take 11 points of damage, and this one is going to pass a boost die along to its friend on the next round. So they're done. It's you guys up. You guys can barely see a thing. You only see shifting, like, it's so hard to see these things, especially because you're in a dark station. They're adversary 3 right now. And except the people who are frost capped, you guys can kind of see them. You're only an adversary 2 against them.
Well,
and you can actually tell where they are.
The one that just attacked me, can I get adversary 2 against it since I'll go right for it?
No.
Why don't you guys try and get the lights
Try
on?
to turn the lights on.
Back.
Yeah.
Same, Tommy. Same roll for the repair.
Yeah. Well, actually, no. There's also, now that you guys are in combat, you're gonna have one setback because you're like, oh my god, I got to get this thing on.
All right.
Yeah.
Flip a
doesn't it quite-
destiny.
Flip a destiny. Good idea. And I'm taking a super assist from Kivera.
well, he's still
Actually,
conscious.
no. I'm gonna say that this is
Oh.
never mind.
He passed.
Until Key's arm is better, any sort of like physical pointing out type of checks, because of that crippled injury, are going to be downgraded. So it'll just be 1 boost instead of the 2.
Okay, well, 2 of the boost die were totally blank anyways, so.
Okay, that's fine. But yeah, okay, so you turn on the generator or one of the turbines. It brings up enough light just to give low light, but off in the distance, you can see the black lights flicker on way back there.
But they don't have any impact where we are yet?
Correct.
I don't know. Does someone want to? We know there are 3 of them attacking us. Can we radio back to the main station to let them know that there's 3 of these things at least? I don't know if that matters to them right now. Obviously, we're dealing with them, but the fact that there's 3 of them when we just thought there might be 1 is kind of a big deal.
I don't think so right now.
Okay.
But did the lights turn back on at the lodge?
Yes. Everything's dim though because it's 1 turbine out of 4.
Okay.
Alright, well,
Okay,
not if it matters, but Bosch will keep trying to keep people calm and working.
All right. So next up, and James, if you can just like mark off who's gone and whatnot for me.
Okay. Am I engaged with one of these things, or did it
Yes.
retreat after?
You're engaged with it.
Then why is it adversary 3 still?
Okay, so I'm just going to tell you something here, just so you guys know. I'm actually making this easier for you. These things are hard-coded to adversary 3, and I'm giving you guys a way to downgrade with the UV lights. That's not in the book. They're always adversary 3.
Oh.
Okay. Okay, so adversary...
The whole point is that these things shift in and out. You can't even really see them. You're fighting something that's invisible. So even though it's right in front of you, you can't really tell if it's in front of you, if it's trying to go around you. So it is very hard to target this.
I've got a pretty wide reach, but okay. So if I try to move back to shoot, well, I guess it's the issue of a ranged heavy weapon. Would I have increased difficulty to fire on it right now?
Yes.
Okay.
It would actually be 2 because range light is +1 and range heavy is +2.
Yeah, and I don't want to move out of the way because these guys might get hurt again, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going in for Brawl then.
All right.
So I'll take up my Vibro Knuckles.
Nice. Wookiee versus Defil.
Yeah, I'm not
Wow.
too optimistic about this though. So I've got 2 red, 1 purple from the adversary 3, and then let's see. I should have a setback from something, right?
No, I think your setback went away. It was one-time check.
Okay.
Yep, you're
Okay. No.
good. Okay. Next up.
Okay, I guess that's everybody who's gone then. So, I'm in.
And by the way, take strain, but I'll let you do. You can use something else for the threat if you don't want to take the strain in this case during the fight.
I'll take the strain. I mean, it looks like these guys are dealing wounds, so.
Okay. So then, Hank, you're up.
Yeah. So, am I already engaged with someone, or?
I will say,
that,
yeah, you guys were all close, so yeah, you're engaged to one of them, but and also too, you can kind of see it, so it's only adversary 2 to you because of the frostcap mushroom high.
So can I? I guess I want to attack the one that's attacking. I guess joking. Can I do that?
Mm-hmm. Or do you want to attack the one that? Never mind.
How many are there again?
You see 3 dancing lights.
And all of those 3 have gone, correct?
Yeah,
yes.
I mean, Kivera is the one that's about to, bite it, so...
Okay, well,
next time any of us get hit, we're all going to bite it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm going to attack the one that's attacking Kiera.
Okay, what are you attacking it with?
Lightsaber.
Okay, so you pull out the lightsaber.
Of course.
All right, so as you do that, you see the dancing lights like kind of flicker, and from what you can tell, you don't even see faces, but you know they've all looked at you. All right, so go for it.
So freaky.
This is scary, man. I'm going to aim so I can make sure I hit these guys.
Jedi powers unleashed.
Yes.
Nice.
All right. So let me know how much damage.
So that would be what? 11, 12, and
it's breach.
Yeah, it has breach, so he would take all 12, and then if he doesn't fall down, then I would take 2 of those to link. So then he would take another 12.
Good stuff.
Okay, so let me know what you're going to do with it then.
I'm going to hit him with 12. If he doesn't fall, then I'm going to link him.
Okay, it falls.
Okay, and then I have an extra one.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I guess I'm gonna remove strain, since strain is so key to me right now.
Okay. So as you do this, the lightsaber cuts into this thing, it screeches, and you hear another sound in the distance. But only Dox and only Hank hear this. So 1 second. All right, so that happens, and yeah, so you hear growling in the distance. Next up.
I see more pretty colors, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep, you see more pretty colors.
Mm-hmm.
You see what looks like a wampa walking into the room.
Oh shit.
Oh.
And it looks like it's been burned.
So this wampa is the one who pointed, right?
Uh-huh, yep.
So it may not be a bad wampa, right?
The wampa looks like it has been burned. All right, who's up next?
I'll take next. Dox is gonna use bodyguard to guard Key, and then strike at one of the pretty lights with his steak knife.
Okay.
Ha-ha!
Nice.
I'll treat it as a combat knife, I guess, right?
Okay,
So
yeah.
just-
Sounds good.
So that would be 9 damage.
9 damage. Okay. All right. Anyone else up next, or?
So, quick question: is
Yeah.
blood visible?
Yes, as not on their bodies, but the blood on the ground is visible.
Kivera and Boj isn't here, so just Kivera has to go still.
Okay. Oh, I thought he was providing
I
assistance
assisted.
for it.
That was his whole turn? Okay.
Yeah. Mhm. Oh, yeah. Okay, so we're back at the top, right?
We are back at the top then.
Okay, so one of them tries to, let's say, it's going to go for Jokin again.
I have a defense.
Okay, I'll roll that separately.
Yeah.
Alright, so it takes 2 strain, and it hits you for 13 points of damage.
Night time.
Alright, so roll the crit. No lethal blows up, because that wasn't... Yeah, so 87.
87 is compromise. All skill checks go up by 1 until the end of encounter.
Okay, the next one goes, and it tries to go for Kivera, but it has been blocked by Dox.
Thank you.
And so Dox just hears screeching and a rush of like air as this thing gets closer to him. And here goes. So it hits Dox for 13 points of damage. Oh, Dox, do you have defense?
Dox has melee defense.
All right, how much?
Melee defense.
Yeah, like defense.
How much total again?
3.
Okay, I will roll those separately then.
Oh man.
All right, so I'll let you guys know. It only rolled 1 because I know it consolidates, but so that takes it down to 12 damage.
Better than 13.
So 12, and then it's going to shift the success over to the other one. Okay, let's see. So this one's got a boost die, and it's also going to go for Dox, who is like standing in the way.
Goodness gracious. This.
Yeah.
So you hear, Dox, do you have a shield up right now?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so you just hear these claws just like rake down the shield and like knock into you, but you are powerful enough to like kind of push it back. So nothing gets through. Now you guys are up.
Yeah, I have some concerns now at this point.
Now you
So
do that.
remember though, I gave you guys...
The Black Lights haven't.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, what were we going to say?
I mean, are the black lights closer now, or I mean, are they shining?
None of you guys have said that you've
okay.
moved toward them. You guys have been fighting right at the turbines.
So why don't you have Key picks them up first off and then move them closer?
Okay, so you guys went past the room that you saw the mushroom farm, and now you are at another end of the station. You're within view, so you can see black lights like shining through a doorway. It's not illuminating where you are. You guys are a maneuver, you're short distance away from this place.
If someone goes first and picks me up, I can move over there and shoot back.
Yeah, I'm a 14-year-old with 1 arm.
So there's still what, 2
Impact,
or 3 now.
this would be an ideal use for you.
Oh, wait, I could actually pull that off?
With one hand, it's a stim pack. You just stab them.
Oh, okay. I can stab.
Tommy, how many are there now? 3?
You see 3. 3 plus the ghost wampa that only you
we
and
killed
Dogs
one.
can see.
So there was total of 4 then, correct?
No, they're 3. Oh, when you said go down, I thought you said knock him down as in you physically knocked him down. It's still alive.
Even after 2 hits of...
Well, no, see, I misunderstood that. I thought when you said knock down, it was you were using the knockdown property.
No, no. I hit him to see if he died. If he did not die, then I hit him again.
Okay, that changes things a little bit. But also, just to let you guys know, see, I can't give too many hints, but you're fighting away from black lights. That's all I'm going to say. So, one of them is dead. So, yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, I can try to hit another one. Y'all want me to do that, or while y'all run?
Yeah. So did Jokin get jabbed?
Well, I can do the whole stabby stim thing, but don't I have to wait for my turn?
You can go...
It's all turns, so all of us get to act as, you know.
Oh,
Yeah,
alright.
and then
Yeah, I'll try to get Jokin back up. I have stims of my own, so.
I'm willing to give you one back at the end of the mission.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay, so if you don't have quick draw, it's a maneuver to take it out, and then a maneuver using strain, 2 strain, to stab him with it.
2 strain. Alright, I can manage that.
Well, what about? I mean, never mind.
Well, I figure whenever I take strain next, it would have done me in anyway. Do I roll for this?
Nope,
No.
it does not.
Okay, you have been stabbed.
I am back up, but right on the edge.
Yeah. I feel you.
All right.
So can y'all move, or are y'all just stuck there?
Well, I just used both of my.
So you
I'm
can.
done, right? Like I've used my
Yeah.
actions.
All right. So James, can you move away?
Yeah, I can move back into the. I'll move to the area with the lights.
Okay.
Hank and Key will hold the fort.
Is there one of them that isn't engaged with anyone right now? No, right?
Unfortunately, you really can't tell.
Right, because it's all. Can I actually use my action to grab? Because Kivera is very small. Can I grab him and take him with me, like throw him over my shoulder because he's just a child?
Sure. Give me a destiny point to do it. All right.
Thank
That's
you.
what I was gonna do that. Oh.
We'll say you do big burly stuff instead of small burly stuff. All right, so that's two of us down.
Okay.
All right. We want to do the same order. Y'all want me to go?
Yeah. Go ahead. Shorebecca needs to get into the light as well.
Okay. So I'm going to warm.
Nice.
So that
Credit.
would be another
It's
12. If it doesn't die, then I link it to do another 12.
Okay. Oh, so no. This. Okay. I'll give it to you the first time. When you do that power, you need to actually state that you're doing that as you go. So you can't save it for if this happens, then I'll do it. You have to just declare it that you're going to take a strain and you're going to activate that power.
No, I think you can. It's not auto fire. It works differently than auto fire.
No. I know that, but he still needs to declare that he's doing that.
I think you just need to spend 2 advantage to deal an additional hit to target.
Yeah, and strain. That's it.
Yeah, because he's upgrading the check, isn't he?
No,
Yeah,
you
but-
don't have to.
No, it's not an upgrade, but that's why, because it's not an upgrade.
Okay, but just for the sake
So-
of arguments, we'll just go that. We'll just do it that way. Okay. All right. So.
But I mean that's fine. I just that's a very powerful ability. So you kind of need to use the strain if you're going to do it. So, and that's what is that called? It's Saber Swarm.
I don't have it. Hold on.
Oh, you're saying that to activate the ability, he has to take a strain just to activate it. Period.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
That's I just looked it up. So yes. So this is the thing. The character may take. So yeah, the character may take the Saber Swarm maneuver, suffering 1 strain, on his next lightsaber agility combat check. So it means you have to do it before you. So
Okay.
yeah,
I thought it was a linked lightsaber. So
No.
Following.
Yeah.
yeah, he's using a single bladed, so he's using his talent to do it. Okay, but yeah, so you take another one out. So there is just 1 left. Who else is going? Who else is up?
So just
I could go, I guess.
okay.
So, I guess the question is whether we want to kill it and then retreat, or retreat and let it follow us.
Well, you can see it, so you can kill it.
Well, he's at Adversary 2 still, but yeah, you can pretty much see it.
Can I attack it and then run? Is that a thing in this? I forget.
You're gonna need a maneuver to get engaged with this one, and then
okay.
you would have to take a maneuver to get out of engaged. So not really.
I guess I'll just go for it then.
Okay.
And that's 7 damage.
Okay, 7 damage. That hurt it pretty bad. Anyone else up?
Yeah, we've still got Shorebecca to go.
Yeah.
Okay, sure, Becca.
Yeah, I don't know if you want me to try another brawl on it or just retreat to the light.
Can you see?
Because no, I can't see it, so I'd have another difficulty on top of it.
Yeah, I would say retreat. Haven't you already taken some hits too?
I took one hit, but I mean I'm fine. So whatever. I guess I'll
I would say guard
just
the two people who are injured. Let it attack me.
yeah. I'll go over and stand in the doorway between Jokin, or in front of Jokin and Kivara. Maybe you should whisper to the Wampa to help you. What was his name? Yorn or something?
Bjorn?
Yorn. Yorn, save us.
Do you actually say that?
Why not?
Sure.
Okay, so you hear a roar. Everyone else just hears the wind pick up like crazy. A panel flies off of the ceiling, and just snow and wind pours into the station. The two people who are frost-capped literally see like a charging Wampa just rush into the dancing lights. This thing you hear screaming and growling, and the dancing lights start to fade off into the distance. It is running. So it has retreated. You have called upon Fjorn.
Wow,
Yes.
way to go.
What the hell just happened?
I guess we'll grab some black lights and go look at the bodies.
Where are the pretty lights go?
I'm just going to tell you guys, the other team didn't do that. So good job.
Where are the pretty lights go? Come back.
Nice job, guys.
Thanks, Bjorn. We owe you one.
So yeah, okay. So you go over to the UV lights and you see tons of frost caps and UV lights on the ceiling. You also notice some small portable UV lights. That there are two that look like they're just powered by portable fuel cells, and you can take those with you. They're basically just flashlights, but with kind of a narrow arc, but they are portable.
What about if I try to take one of the big ones off the wall with us to plug it into the fusion lantern? Because that's able to power things as well.
You know what? Yes, you can try. It's going to be a hard mechanics check to do it without damaging the light.
Can I roll to get back strain?
No, not yet.
Can I have a Kivara assist?
Yeah, just one boost die though. He's in pain and
Right, he's
He's in
still.
a lot of pain.
Yeah. So there's not anything we can do about the crit without doing a medicine check, right?
correct.
I'm gonna grab some of the mushrooms, since the mushrooms help us.
Alright, and then
Right? They help us see, right?
I think we have another obligation forming here.
There says we're not affected.
Yeah, so you do it, take 2 strain. This place is still really cold even though you turned on the lights and the power, but you guys will be able to recover strain if you get to someplace warm.
So how many mushrooms?
Yeah.
do
Oh, there are tons in there.
Would it,
we have? Okay, I'm gonna grab about.
would it be helpful to bring one of the corpses with us?
Yeah.
It's been split in half, but yeah, you can.
No, maybe we won't. Maybe we don't. Maybe we don't want to bring one. I'm like, how? What weapon?
Oh
did it?
yeah. Yeah, I guess not. I don't know. You didn't poke holes in them. You actually did slash them, didn't you?
Yeah.
You
So,
went right through them, so it's a cauterized, very noticeable type of injury to this
Yeah,
creature.
we don't want that. I'm gonna grab about.
Okay, but I guess.
Well, if that's the case, shouldn't the
Jedi
corpses
is
kind of
gonna
be
be
disposed
different.
of?
Yeah, I'm
'Cause, I mean, people are going to come back here at some point.
And we might have to burn
back
some
burying
bodies.
in the snow.
Break out that fire paste.
Throw them out there in the snow. All right.
Or
we can
grab-
do
No, when we get back inside, I'll just say I used my fusion cutter.
Yeah, I mean, no one sees. There's not likely there were cameras on or anything, so.
So use a fusion. No, never mind. I'm shutting up.
that. That's not going to work. I don't think we should bring him in. Period.
You
Yeah,
can if you want
I think
to.
we're just worried now about people finding them later, but I guess we
Yeah.
can ignore that.
We'll be long gone by the time they find them.
Okay, but we know they're killable. There's still one on the loose. So maybe more than that. Who knows?
Wait, how big are they? The Defel?
Silhouette 1.
Oh. Okay.
Do they have anything on them?
So actually, I'll assume. Well, okay, you've got portable UV lights now. So what are you doing with those lights before you head out?
Well, we've got to go take. Don't we have to get more of the turbines up?
The other 3 are completely broken. Okay, well, I'm just going to give you guys this just to move things along. You shine your lights on the corpses so you can actually see them. So
I was going to take some pictures with my data pad for Jasper, and I suppose for Balkan because he'd like that.
Oh, they're pretty.
all right, so their fur phosphoresces in the light, so you can clearly see them. And the 2 that you've killed have visors on.
Ooh, take the visors.
Can I snag a visor?
Sure.
What do I see?
What does it do?
You don't really see anything. It's really dark with those visors on. They're sunglasses. Well, no, they need them.
Okay, yeah, they. Oh,
Okay.
That's all I'll say.
Is there anything else we should do here, guys? Anything else we can do?
What about the gear they were carrying? Did they have anything?
They have no gear.
They're just clawing at us.
Yep.
they just have claws. Yeah. So I think we should be able to blind these things if they need sunglasses.
Yeah.
Let's get back. I mean, can we radio in that we've done this?
Sure.
I mean, everyone knows that the power's back, but the fact that we know that these are Defil assassins, we can verify that with Duran and Jasper, and say that we have wounded. We're trying to get back.
Okay.
Yeah. Do we want to do anything about strains first? Like, could we start a fire anywhere in here?
Cold still.
This place, unlike the rest of it, is metal.
So we can't like burn the corpses.
Hey, we can.
There's a lot of fur, you know.
I still have those fire plastic or whatever.
Yeah, you guys can do that if you want. Just remember, Ms. Aurora's told you, once you get the power back on, safety lights come back on, so you have trails now to all of the installations, including the lodge.
So we wouldn't have to make survival checks?
Correct.
I say we head to the lodge.
Okay.
Let's get back, yeah.
We also need Jasper to take a look at, like, me.
Yeah. I'll pick up Kavera, wrap him in a thermal cloak that I have, and just carry him back.
Thank you. Yeah, someone else has to. Oh yeah, no lights, so we don't need the lantern, huh?
I'll take my lantern back. Thank you.
Okay, so as you guys get into the cold, you don't need to make a survival check, but you will need to make one hard resilience check, and I'm going to upgrade that.
What can boost, furry Wookiee / also another thermal cloak on top of Kavera? Anything from that?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and give you a boost to that.
And don't forget, our boosts from the last resilience check still apply?
I'm going to say no. It's a different encounter now. Sorry.
Okay.
Or still suffering from your mushroom inhalation?
And he's unconscious.
No boost from the mushroom inhalation on that, but do remember that it does help with fear.
I failed, but I got a triumph.
Okay.
I succeeded, but I got a despair, so...
Okay, you're going to take 2 wounds. You are starting to get frostbitten. So 2 wounds right through soak. For the failure, but with a triumph, I'm going to let you just... Don't even worry about the strain and re-roll, but without a boost.
I didn't have any boost to start with.
Oh no, I'm saying the triumph would have given you a boost if your strain hadn't been... Yeah, it's canceling that out instead with the
How
re-roll.
many strain is the failure?
Strain is just 1 failure.
That was 2 strain that time. So take those
Yes. Alright, so you guys get back to the lodge.
I think Key's unconscious.
Yeah, Key is unconscious.
Okay.
Or he hit strength threshold,
he's
so
already
can you
fine.
pass it, or is it...
He hasn't exceeded. He's at the threshold. He's fine.
Oh, okay.
It's not fine, but he's not.
He's not dead.
Alright, so because you guys turned on the power, people have come back upstairs. The place is getting slightly warm. The guards that Dern has, kind of rallied have started another fire. So it's not, like, toasty, but it is much more comfortable than outside. So you guys are able to do a recovery check.
Woohoo!
What on a recovery check? What does a triumph do?
How much strain did you have?
I had 5.
I'll say it removes all but 1.
All right.
I rolled 5 advantages again.
Wow.
Second recovery
rolled
check.
what's it called? Roll mine again.
Okay, so you guys make it back to the lodge, and did you bring anything, a body with you, or?
No, we left.
Oh,
Okay.
He took pictures with his data pad.
Oh, got it. Right. So,
I also need Jasper to try to heal my crit as soon as we can.
okay,
Yeah,
you guys are
well-
gonna have to make a distraction check of some sort.
Well, I was trying to pull him into another room to say we need like medical treatment and.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
yeah, that's an easy way to do it. So yeah, he'll do that.
Kivera needs it too, definitely.
All right.
It's a 2 difficulty. Oh,
Wow.
So 6 wounds and 6 strain for Jokin, and then do that again. 6
I feel
wounds
like
and 6
having-
strain for.
I
Key?
think Kivera's
Kivera.
5 because. Well, I think they're both 5 because they both had stems, and you healed him earlier as well.
right, but this is.
Oh no, this is the thing. Heal, no matter which iteration it is, will always do 6. But if you tried to do a stim pack after heal, like number 3, then the stim pack will be less.
Gotcha. Can you also try a medicine check for crits?
Like
Yeah,
crippling.
and he'll
Yeah,
do that.
It's a
But yeah, I mean, Brandon, don't worry. Like, I have definitely gone over that rule. That is absolutely how it works. Because I know that because a lot of people are like, wait a minute. It's like, no, heal always does the same amount, no matter which iteration it is. So, yeah.
OP.
Well, that's the force.
Yeah, and I mean, Jasper's put a lot of points into this, So,
Yeah, let him have it.
Yeah, I feel like the four light side though, that should be like you heal the crit as well.
Yeah, seriously.
well, if I had the right,
Oh, you actually need
Magnitude
to
or whatever.
yeah, I need to have other things to do that. But Jasper's working on it. Don't worry. Okay, so do
can
you?
you heal strain? I've got like 3 strain left. Can you heal that by chance?
Oh, yeah, sure. So do that again. Yep.
Yeah, Docs could use a try to heal. He has 6 wounds and 5 strain right now.
Yeah,
Alright,
just do it
so-
for everyone, I think.
Unfortunately, Jasper can't do the strain for Docs because he only rolled dark side, but he will take a conflict, and so he heals you 6 wounds if that mattered. But he has to flip a destiny point to do it. Okay, is that everybody?
Yeah.
No, I need a crit look at.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
So-
short back up for just a force heal, which would be good.
Oh, okay. I'm going to do just a combined check. The force die are for force dice or for Rebecca. This is actually for a stim thing, so Jasper just stimmed himself. So he takes force strain. If someone can mark that for me.
Yep, I got you.
And so now he's going to do a crit roll, and also he healed 6 wounds, 6 strain on Rebecca.
It's a 2 difficulty crit.
Okay.
Whoa,
Ooh.
triumph.
Can I just become the walk? Can I heal some wounds with that too or something?
Yeah, well, unfortunately, if you specifically do a crit
Oh.
heal, the triumph will heal 1 wound. I know, it's kind of like, ugh.
That's way underwhelming.
Yeah, if you had actually said, and I know it's stupid, but just raw, if you had said he was going for your wounds with that check,
Right.
then it
Oh,
would be
no.
all the wounds and the triumph would have healed it.
So what if we flipped a destiny point and said that was for his wounds?
You can do it.
Done.
Why not? Go ahead.
Okay, so you get 6 wounds back, 4 strain back, and the crit is wiped.
Excellent.
And then 1 for Key.
And Jasper, I've got some pictures of our foes for you as well.
Okay, well done. And I assume Keys was a 2?
Keys was the 3,
Okay, I'll roll that separately then.
I believe, wasn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
He doesn't heal it. You're not going to be able to heal that crit for a week, unfortunately.
Awesome.
Give me the arm.
That's what you get for being a child.
You were the one that sent me out.
All right, so everything's been healed, right?
Except
Yes,
Key's arm.
everything.
Except
I
for
just got
Key's
a
arm.
quick question.
All right, all of a sudden you
Alright,
hear screaming outside of the room. Windows have crashed, and you the people, Docs and Hank, you can see 6 dancing lights.
6 dancing lights.
6 dancing lights.
Wow.
Black lights on.
Okay, so one of the dancing lights rushes at Avadri. Barrett Travick actually steps into its way and gets slashed across the chest. Blood goes everywhere. Jasper yells out, and Barrett is knocked to the floor. His snow troopers start shooting into the air, but, you know, so they're fighting one of them. Another one, just all kinds of chaos breaks loose. So, everyone roll initiative.
Vigilance, I assume.
Yes.
Is everyone else in the other room, though? Because I think Boj was the only one that was in the room with her if everyone else was getting healed.
You got to be kidding me.
Yes, I guess.
I mean, whatever you want to call it, just...
Well, I mean, I'm saying that this happened as you guys stepped out of the room.
Gotcha, okay.
I mean, unless you want it the other way.
No, that's
Oh,
fine.
okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I wasn't... Okay.
Okay, so remember their light sensitivity, so we need to look for a way to try and blind these guys.
Like fusion lanterns?
Oh.
That's not going to work against visors, but, you know, you guys do have a big clue there, so that's all I'm going to say. All right, so here is...
So how many different buckets are there here? So I have enough spots. Oh boy.
There are 6 of them, and I'm upgrading all of their checks while they do their vigilance.
Okay.
Alright, I'll take it.
All right, so here's the first one.
I'm pretty sure they're all gonna go first.
Again.
That was 7.
Yeah, ignore the last one.
Okay, can you someone just read them off to me?
I'll do it. 2.4,
All right.
2.2,
All right.
2.3,
All right.
4.1,
Oh boy.
2.3,
All right.
2.2, and that's it. That's the 6.
All right. Yeah, they're all going first.
Seriously? Wow.
Do you want to sort that? Yeah. Yeah, that's not
Carry
good.
order is
Oh,
4,
mine was-
1, 3, 5, 2, 6, and then us.
Cool.
Okay.
Somebody-
Here we go. Give me one moment here. Hopefully that isn't too loud.
That's good.
All right, and the first one is going to go for Avadri. All right, it does 13 damage against her. Well, against Soak, so she's taken some heavy wounds there, guys.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much we can. I mean, do it incidental run down and guard her.
Yeah, I will let you guys. Yeah, I'll give it to you with destiny points, though. So another one is
Get
going
Docs down
to.
in front of her.
Yeah, Docs with the defensive, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do that.
I'll definitely do it too.
Okay. So another one will try to attack Avadri, but Dox is in the way.
Hank,
Alright, so 11 points of
there are
damage.
people around too, so be careful.
It takes 1 strain.
Although this is kind of a desperate situation, so.
If that attacks us against Docs, I have the 3 armor still.
Oh, right. You know what? I'm going to do it against Hank then, so I don't have to, because that's going to get complicated. Oh, no, I can do it. That'll still be against Dox, and 3 defense I'll roll separately.
Oh, we needed to flip Destiny for them both to be down there, right?
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, it still hits, but it takes 2 strain instead. And you take 11 points of damage, minus soak. The next one goes for Avadri, but Hank gets in the way. What are you? You're just using your shield?
It'll be upgraded 3 times.
3 times, okay.
And I
So
have
that's
6 buttons
2
for it.
red then, I believe, right? 2 red and a purple?
It would be 2 red and a purple, and then my shield gives me 2 black.
Okay. Alright, so it hits you for 11 points of damage.
All right.
The next one goes. Anyone else interposing?
What are we going to do with the two setbacks?
Oh, I apply that to strain.
Okay.
Anyone else interposing themselves between these things and Avadri?
They're keep going for her.
Yeah.
Yeah, all 6 are going to go.
Yeah.
So guys,
Okay, Shorebecca's there. Shorebecca dives off the whatever. Wherever
Okay.
he was.
Good job. Any defense?
No.
All right, here goes. 12 points of damage, and it takes 1 strain. The next one goes. And this one, the 3 people who are interposing, everybody roll a percentage. Whoever gets highest is the one that this one goes for.
Jeez, 2 triumphs.
All right, so Shorebecca gets hit for 11 points of damage, and there are 2 crits, so it's going to be, well, it's a crit plus 10 plus the lethal blows, so it's going to be a crit plus 30.
Ooh.
That's not good.
109.
A horrific injury.
Oh.
You missed maim, though, right?
Not better, though.
It's so roll a 1d100 again.
It's a 1d10.
No, roll 1d100 again. You take a -1 to your willpower until you are healed.
I have 1 willpower, so
Then you
I
don't
have
get a -1 to your willpower. Excellent roll.
There you go.
And that
Did
is
that
it.
crit not do anything?
That
essentially?
essentially has done nothing.
It was
Wow.
luckily negated by dice roll.
The force is with you.
The 11 damage, though. Okay, 6. Gosh, there are a lot of these things.
And so 4 of them have gone, right?
Are the stormtroopers are going to step in the way?
Oh, yeah. So, but, so 4 of them have gone?
Yes.
Okay, so another one tries, but yes, the snowtroopers interpose themselves. They are only seen just like shifting like light. They can't really tell where they are, and one of them attacks them. One of the guys screams as his arm is ripped off. So now there are 2 more to go. No, 1 more to go.
Should be 1 more.
This one is also going to try to get past the snowtroopers, and another snowtrooper is knocked to the ground. Okay, so now it is you guys are up.
Let Boj go first with Inspiring Rhetoric and Field Commander, if you guys don't mind.
Oh, and by the way, before you do that, no, actually, go ahead, Bosch.
If that's okay with everyone.
Yeah.
Okay, so I am going to first do Field Commander. So let me roll against 2. Come on. Okay. So I can take the strain on that. 4 people get a free maneuver. So whoever wants to take it, 4 people can do a free maneuver.
So we're already engaged, right?
No, we're at the door.
Well, some of them are engaged.
You guys see? Oh, right. People who jumped in are engaged.
So
Right.
maybe the
Did we actually bring
fighters-
the portable lights?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Are
we
we
did.
shining on them?
Kiver, I think you should do the shining since you're,
Yeah, that was what I was thinking.
Yep.
So maybe the people who are not going to fight can actually drag her out the room.
Oh no, they're surrounded. There's 6 of them surrounding, so you're not going to get past them without fighting.
Oh, okay.
I think the best option for these free maneuvers is for the 3 of us up taking hits.
And
to,
she's actually
defend
fighting.
the stance.
Yeah, she's fighting too. She's got a big machete from the kitchen.
Oh.
Yeah, she's not a damsel in distress.
So
I mean, she's
everyone
pissed.
melee could take a melee defense maneuver, right?
Yeah, that's what I was suggesting.
Yep.
That would be the best idea.
We need to kill him. Why are we going to take a defense?
Because it helps you against defense.
That's all we can do with our maneuver right now.
I won't take it then.
Well, it's free.
Well, it's free.
Let's-
You have to take 1 strain, but I'm also going to do Inspiring Rhetoric to try and heal that after. But
Okay. All right.
does
So
anyone want to take it? Anyone range can aim or
Yeah,
Um,
I'll take the free to pull out my. Oh no, I'll quick draw and I'll use it for an aim. Yeah.
okay. And Key can use it to aim the lights at them. Can we say that?
Okay.
Are the stormtroopers dead? There's no stormtroopers in this
No,
room,
there's still
right?
stormtroopers. They're fighting. One's
what?
knocked down. One had his arm ripped off.
What range would Key need to be in order to shine the lights on him adequately?
Short range.
Short. Okay, cool.
And by the arc of this light, you're only really going to be able to illuminate 2 at a time with 1 light.
It's fine.
Can we say Short Becca has another one?
You can flip a destiny point to say that you got it.
But also, aren't you going to want to be shooting?
Well, if they're engaged, there's no way I can shoot.
Oh, good point, good point.
I'll say he just dropped it on the ground in front of her.
Okay.
Anyway, if no one else, does anyone else want the free maneuver? Anything?
Yeah, I guess Short Becca will take a defensive stance.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, then we'll do that, and then he's going to take another strain to do Inspiring Rhetoric. Same thing. Okay, so 2 people can recover strain. I'm going to give that to Dox and Key, since they both have strain right now. Dox, you can recover 2, Key, you can recover 1, and both of you get a boost die on all checks for 2 rounds.
Nice.
Awesome.
Okay, who's next?
Everyone is currently, all of the Defil are currently engaged with somebody.
Yes.
Shoot the ones that are engaged with the stormtroopers.
Jokin will. I'll aim for the one. Well, which are illuminated?
I'm going to say 2 of them closest to Key, so not by the stormtroopers, are illuminated. They're only adversary 1 now to you. You can see them clearly.
I will shoot for them with 2 aims. So then I have to upgrade the difficulty again because they're engaged with someone.
Yes.
So it's 1 purple, 1 red.
Oh, and actually, I have to BRB real quick too, so I'll be right back. And actually, I'm going to cut the recording. Please remind me to start recording again when I get back. All right, so Jokin made his move. I forgot. What did you do?
I was waiting for you to come back.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. Nice.
All right. I'm going to use, on the one that I hit, that triumph to make his visor become destroyed.
Good job. The thing screeches from the light that is illuminating the place. And unfortunately, the light isn't quite bright. You guys didn't overcharge the turbine, but it's enough so it takes a setback die, and it is clearly uncomfortable with having its visor off.
8 damage with 2 pierce.
Okay.
And I'll pass the boost to the next person.
8 damage, 2 pierce.
Oh, sorry, no, I've got the wrong blaster. I don't have the Banta Eye on that one. So that's just, 8 damage, 2 pierce.
Okay, well done.
So how would we have known that we could have overcharged the turbine?
Who would have asked?
Exactly. Remember, I'm not being the Care Bear GM that I usually am. The other team did it. Without any hints, they were like, can we overcharge this? And I was like, okay.
So without any hints, maybe someone should call for the Wampa, even though Bosch doesn't know anything about that.
I thought about it, but I haven't yet because I figured Key was barely conscious and not high at the time.
But he was enough conscious.
He's kind of focused on other things.
Okay, who's up next?
Oh, I'll go next.
All right.
As I start my turn, Dox will say, "Hey, Fjorn, a little help would be nice."
All right, so you see what you think is the Wampa outside the window looking in. And once again, the window shatters as wind rushes in from everywhere. What everyone else can see is just wind flowing in. And what sounds like a roar from the wind. And all of the Defil assassins take note and are shrieking and looking around. So, yeah, good job. They are at 2 setback dice.
Cool.
And whose turn was that?
Well, that wasn't my whole turn. That was just him rolling. So I guess Dox is just gonna use his steak knife to try to stab one of them again.
Okay.
And are these ones in front of us just adversary 1 now, or are those the other ones?
We'll say that, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Wow.
Damn. let's see, what can I use those for then?
I'll say that you can definitely use that to wipe strain if you so choose, and also pass out advantages.
Do I have? Yeah, I'll definitely do that.
Okay. Who's up next?
We have a bunch of people still left to go.
Okay, I
Yeah.
guess I can go. I'm gonna pull out the little, what is that? The little stun blaster they gave us.
Okay.
And I guess I will aim to the person who's closest to me.
Sure. You're gonna have to move out of engaged to, so you'll have to take a maneuver to get out of engaged and shoot at it at short range.
I was gonna shoot it at engage.
Okay, that's an upgraded. That's an upgrade. Or no, it's an added difficulty, by the way.
Yeah.
So it should be what, 1 red and 1 purple?
Yes. No. It's going to be 2 red because you're upgrading for adversary and you're upgrading for shooting with a light weapon in melee range. So 2 reds.
Okay. And let's see here. Is there any bonus flowing out there?
No, I didn't have the right weapon out.
Okay. So, Docs, you use all that for threat? I mean, yeah, for strain?
I only had 3 strain. How many would that wipe? Would that just take 3 to wipe 3 strain?
Yeah, so you can pass a boost.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Okay. I'm gonna aim 2 times too.
Alright, so how much damage?
You said it was what, 5, correct?
Oh yeah, so 9 and okay.
And I want to pass that. I'm gonna use 1 to take away 1 strain and then pass 1 to the next player.
Okay.
Uncivilized, totally uncivilized.
So, Rebecca, Kivera, and Docs are left, I think.
Alright. Thanks, Jokin. James.
Okay. I really want to pull out my the stun pulse cannon here.
Okay.
So I guess I need to move out of engaged.
Yes.
So I'll take a step back. I guess there's no way to push her back so that she's not. I'm just worried about the despair, although it is just stun.
Right.
Okay. So, okay. So, oh wait, I need to upgrade it because of, it should be 2 red because of the engaged and then the adversary, right?
Well, you took a step back, right?
Yeah, but there are people still engaged with these things, right?
Then it would be 1 red, 1 purple.
Well, he's in short 1 red. Yeah, okay.
1 red, 1 purple?
Yeah. And
Okay,
I'm actually going to upgrade that to 2 red.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. 1 red, 1 purple.
And now it's
What
2
am I-
purple. Tommy used a dark side point.
Yeah. And gosh, for auto fire, I need to add another difficulty too, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You don't have to auto fire it.
Light it up.
Unfortunately, this thing has inaccurate 1 too, so I have a setback on it. I've got a boost die from someone, and I think that's about all I can get.
Yeah, Hank gave you a boost die.
Yeah.
Haha! Well, can't sure.
Well done.
That's surprising. Good.
I don't have Bantha's Eye on this, so I can't activate auto fire though. So that is for one of the ones that are attacking the lady. That'll be 13 stun damage,
Okay.
and then I'll boost whoever's next.
All right.
And that doesn't knock him out with
Nope.
my 9 and the 13 stand.
Nope.
Okay.
And I'm not fudging any rolls or fudging
No,
any.
no.
It's
You're
just
good.
no. I mean, I'm just saying. It's like these things are, they're kind of tough. All right. Who's next? James. Who's left?
I've got Docs and Kivera still having.
I already went.
Docs went. All right. So Kivera, you're up.
Oh, all right. I would just want to like, because I want to keep holding the line, because that seems to be fairly beneficial, right?
Yep.
Unless I could drop it and it would still illuminate them well enough.
No.
No. Okay, well I'm gonna keep holding the light then.
Okay.
Is there any way I can use perception to help out the guys fighting? You know, whether the stormtroopers or otherwise.
Describe how you would use perception to do that.
Well, can I see anything on the ones that aren't lit up? Are they like glimmering at all?
Well, no, not really.
No.
Why don't you use perception to better shine light and mark people?
How do you use perception to better shine light?
Okay, yep, there you go.
All right, I'll do that.
I'll say it's just a 2 difficulty.
It reflects it through the chandelier on the ceiling. I don't know.
Actually, that's not a bad idea. You know, it'll make the ultraviolet light hit more than one person.
Yeah, that sounds.
Okay, so
used for a triumph.
you've turned this into like a ultraviolet disco ball. Like the ultraviolet light is now hitting more than one.
Way to go.
Well
nice,
done.
Nice job.
Yep. Good job. So these things are now illuminated. They're adversary 1 at the moment. That's all for you guys, right?
Yep.
Okay, so the one who had its visor knocked off and another one, the one that was closest to Barrett, they take off. Barrett yells, "Don't let them escape!" The snowtroopers begin to race off after them along with Barrett Travitt. They chase them up to the 2nd floor, and you just start to hear tons of blaster fire as they take on the ones upstairs. And let me get to that. So you can hear that going on. While you guys are downstairs, you still have 4 that are left.
So should I take 2 of them off the, or mark 2 of them as already having gone then?
Yes, just mark them off. Yep.
No,
And then-
no stormtroopers, right?
What's up?
No stormtroopers, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Hello, lightsaber.
All right, so we've got this one is going to go for Dox. And it
Aha!
misses.
Yes.
This one,
Take them out of the armor.
oh, that's right. This one goes for Hank. So it's going to be 13 damage and a crit that is plus 20.
You gotta upgrade it.
Okay. Oh, you know what? I'm going to have to re-roll that then. Okay, so it's upgraded how many times?
It'll
And then he
be-
has defense from the shield.
It'll be 2. I'm gonna flip a destiny, so it'll be 3 red and 2 black.
Okay, here goes. All right, so that one misses. So that's 2 of them, right? So there, how many are left? 2, right, Jokin? Yes.
2 more.
Yep, 2
2
down,
more.
2 down.
Another one goes for Dox. Or no, I'm going to do the same pool. So are you going to upgrade again, Hank?
What do y'all think? No, yes, no, yes. No.
You can probably take it.
No. I'm not gonna.
Okay.
So it'll be 2 red and. Ooh.
So this one gets a despair, and as it slashes for you, you jump out of the way. Let's say that you were next to one of the stone arches, and it slams its claws into the stone arch and splinters its claws, and it shrieks in pain.
Aha.
And so we've got 1 more left, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
All right, that one's going to go for Dox, so it's 3 defense, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so here goes. This one's 2. All right, so this one, once again, it just launches itself at Dox, but you can see it, and it hits your shield, scratches your shield, but can't get to you. And so they are done. You guys are up.
Hey. Killing time.
I'm gonna go first and back out of range and shoot, then I can shoot at him too without having to hit you.
Say it again. I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
If anyone who's planning on shooting is currently engaged, they should probably go first to clear out the way for the other people.
Yep.
Are we gonna do the inspiring rhetoric and all that good stuff?
Oh,
Dern?
I don't know. You want?
Dart, are you there?
Yes. Sorry, what was the question?
You want to do your thing so we can get some strain back?
Yeah, sorry, I didn't realize it was to us. Do you guys want me to try and get free maneuvers, or does anyone really need that?
I could use a little boost on the strain.
Well, yeah, but maneuver-wise, like I have 2 different actions, so I'm just asking which ones you guys want.
Okay.
Anyone need maneuver? No?
Did we want to try the thing where the melee runs out and they shoot and then they run back in on their turn? Or
Up to you guys.
But yeah, I guess the issue is that we still need to protect the lady.
Yeah, I'm going to stay by her side the whole entire time.
Alright, let me just roll for Inspiring Rhetoric, so I won't take strain for that. And this will just be to recover strain. Yeah, so only one person can, the only person who really needs it besides Bosch and Tommy is, let's give it to Jokin, so Jokin you can wipe all your strain and you get a boost die for 2 turns.
For 2 turns?
2 turns.
Alright. Alright.
And Bosch is just gonna get behind cover for his other action.
Alright.
Alright,
Yeah.
who's next?
Someone who's engaged and wants to shoot, maybe?
Well, I mean, Shorebecca is moved away, so we wouldn't have the added difficulty. But I can try again to shoot.
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take that. Okay, so 2 red, 1 purple, 1 setback. Go. Yes. Okay, so that is 11 twice over.
Okay, are you spreading it out or putting it on one?
I'm gonna hit the one that I hit before and then hit another.
Okay, so one of them falls down, it's knocked out, and the other one gets 11, you said?
Yeah, 11.
Okay, well done. Next up.
Nobody wants to go.
Well, Hank, you're engaged and want to shoot, right? So why don't you step back?
So if no one wants to go, then I'll go. I'm gonna pull up my little lightsaber.
But the Imperials.
Oh,
No,
well,
no.
Barrick's still here, I think.
I thought everybody was gone.
Right, but the lady's still here, and she's an Imperial senator's daughter.
He did it! He did
You
it!
know what, at this point, it's fine. It's Hank. He's
Yeah.
gonna have a lightsaber. Just go for it.
Just do it. Finish everyone off. It'll be quick.
Okay. And let's see. I'm going to take 3 strain. One to upgrade it twice. And
So
2
you hear people shout, and some in fright, some in awe, others just like, what the and, you know, lightsaber action. So, okay, go for it.
Nice.
So that would be 12. Well, 24.
Alright, so 12 2 times, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, you slice one of them into 2 pieces.
Shish kebab, Deathful.
Alright, so who's next?
All right, Joe.
6, 7.
Is the one that I shot last time still around, or does someone else deal with him?
There are 2 still up.
All right, I guess I would need to make a check for that.
Oh, the one that, the one with the visor ran upstairs. I believe that was the one that you shot. You took off its visor, it ran upstairs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I'll shoot at. I'll shoot and aim twice. Oh boy. I'll let it do the math for me. 6. That's
Jeez.
12 damage. Pierce 2.
12 damage, pierce 2. Alright.
Well played, sir.
Yeah.
I'm taking those thread of strain.
The thing screams and clutches onto its arm.
Sweet.
That'll
And-
teach it to be different from us.
Who's next?
I guess Doc's do some steak knife action on that
Okay.
guy.
And I assume you'll go for the one that's clutching at its arm, right?
Oh yeah.
Alright.
That's 8 damage then.
You said it was 8?
8, yeah.
Okay, this thing looks so like it is on the edge, Blood is gushing everywhere. I'll just tell you, you have it read at its wound threshold.
Yeah.
Oh, Tommy,
blow
I
on it and let it fall over.
So I don't take any strain.
Oh, wait, sorry. I heard two things. What happened, Brandon?
Oh, I was just saying that he should blow on it and make it fall over.
Oh.
And I was joking. I had a boost from Inspiring Rhetoric or whatever that I forgot to take, so it got 2 advantage and cancels out my strain.
Yeah, sure thing. Who's up next?
It looks like we still have. So that was Doxy just went.
Yeah.
So Kivera, Hank went, and Trebek, have you gone yet?
Yeah, I had an auto fire stun blast.
Oh, that's right. You had that. So I think it's just Kivera.
Well, can Key just keep the light fantastically stable?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, it is done.
Maybe a little dance move just while the disco ball's doing its thing.
Play some music too.
All right, that will be the end of our turn then.
Okay. There are only 2 still up. I'm actually going to say that Avadri swings at one of them. So, with her machete.
Wow.
All right, she goes for the one that was like right on the verge. She takes its head off, clean at the shoulders.
Ooh.
So there's one left now?
Make it maybe the fear check for that
Other
triumph.
one.
Yeah, sure. So the other one, like, bares its teeth, and it starts to run. Do you guys chase after it, or just let it go?
I say take paw shots at it.
This is the one that was hit by the strain damage.
Yeah, then Shorebecca can shoot after it.
Okay, we'll just go ahead and let you go then.
Okay, so just 1 red, right? Alright, it's no longer engaged.
Right.
Okay, oh, wait. Oh.
This thing is fast, so it's at medium.
Okay, I'm at medium. Okay, so that's, this gun has medium. So that's another difficulty? How does that work?
Yeah.
Medium. Okay, so it was hit once. Do I want to do auto fire on it, or?
Oh, actually, it's out of range of the blacklight now, so it's at adversary 3. It's starting to fade, and you shoot right as it fades into invisibility, so that you might not have been able to see it, but you do right at the last second. So it's adversary 3.
Don't auto fire, just take the shot.
Okay, so that's 2 red and a purple because of the adversary 3.
Yep.
Bam!
Wow.
So that is
Good night.
yeah.
What's the crit on your stun blast?
Like 4. It's a stun blaster. So that is 15.
All right, so yeah, it slumps to the ground. So you hear the fighting from upstairs dissipate as well, and Barrett, who is bloody, like several claw marks on his chest, is dragging one of them like down the stairs, and its head is just like clomping over and over again. And he said,
the way the lightsaber, maybe.
Yeah, of course.
So he's dragging this thing down, and is like, we managed to knock out this one. The other one escaped. And
we also have this one unconscious.
Oh, and so as soon as you say that, he takes out his blaster and puts it point blank against the one that he's got and shoots it through the head. He's like, well, didn't need more.
Fair enough.
And
I
so
think that should give us a coercion boost against the other one.
Yeah, so he instantly killed that one. And yeah, so well done. You guys are out of initiative. And Jasper immediately runs over to Barrett and starts tending his wounds, and it's just like, oh my gosh, like what's going on? So
let the doctor work.
Hey, I took some damage here. What's going on?
He'll get to you in due
With the
time.
machete.
Can we make cool checks for strain?
Yeah, absolutely.
I definitely need some. Goodness gracious. That's,
So Bosch has a spare pair of binder cuffs. Can we cuff the other Defil? Like have Key bring the light over so we can make sure we get its hands properly?
Yeah, sure.
all right, come on, lady. Come on. Good road.
All right, so the people who are Frostcap, so Dox and Hank, see Fjorn, just you guys, and so the burned Wampa you see its fur kind of shimmer, and it doesn't look so burned anymore. And it looks over at Avadri, and then it disappears.
Dox gives it a thumbs up.
Like Terminator 2 style?
Well, you're not sinking in molten metal, if that's what you're asking.
Fair enough.
All right, and so that happens. Avadri is well, you saved Avadri, so good job. And yeah, you actually can hear the buzz of starships. It sounds like the Corfinian authorities actually tried to get through the storm, but now that the tail end of the storm has waned, they're actually able to fly safely through. So you have multiple Corfinian starfighters that have landed. Barrett Travick thanks Jasper and then looks over at you guys and thanks you as well for your service to the Empire, as does Avadri. And
Shortica groans.
Dox salutes sarcastically.
all right, and so well done. And also Avadri says thank you so much. And you know, obviously she's still distraught over her father, but she's very composed. And I'll say that because she made that connection with Dox, she goes over to you and hands you it's like a data pad, but a miniature one. It's like a data note, and she says, please take this to the Bank of Winterdome.
In exchange, gives her the steak knife drenched in devil blood as a trophy.
All right, and then she takes it and stabs the dead devil that's on the ground, or she just throws it, and it's like ching in it. And she goes over and starts talking to Barrett, and you know, he's trying to console her, and Jasper's finally finished bandaging him up. So he comes over and starts, you know, bandaging you guys up, and basically this part of the adventure is done. You have completed this. So yeah, you have a free trip to Winterdome on a starship instead of a shuttle.
Oj might try and just chum up with Barrett more, but I don't know if we can do that on camera. That's just more RP stuff.
Oh, I mean, he's really happy. He's really glad that you guys helped. You know, you can tell he's genuinely relieved that Avadri is safe. So, yeah.
Maybe we can use him as a contact.
Oh, well, I mean, Jasper definitely has his digits.
And I've got the ogre-like guard's digits.
She wasn't like an ogre. She was just, you know, how do you say it?
Amazonian?
Yes, yes.
Built like an Amazon.
Just trust me, that can be fun.
I don't know. Maybe this ragtag group of non-humans has made an impression on them. Well, I guess there's some humans.
Well, I mean, Barrett is definitely impressed.
Yeah.
And he actually goes over. Jasper says goodbye, whispers something into Jasper's ear. Jasper blushes, and Barrett looks at the rest of you guys, gives you a thumbs up. And yeah, so you guys are on your way to Winterdome, yeah?
Yeah, I guess so.
All right, so you guys fly to Winterdome. And the storm is over, so I can cut this howler background.
How long has that been going?
It's so quiet.
Yeah. And so, Winterdome, the capital of Corfai, and let me get to the
So,
text
question,
here.
do we take the captured devil with us?
No, Avadri demands that. I mean, it's her father that she wants to find the.
That's definitely fair, but I
yeah.
say as long as we've gained a contact from that for turning in a devil assassin.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
How long is the trip to Winterdome?
With the starships, it's less than an hour.
Oh.
I mean, they make really good time. And these are like, you know, I mean, you guys are flying pretty high right now with the Corfinian authorities.
Jokin, your tech procurement, maybe you picked up some of those visors?
I have one of the visors, yeah.
Good job.
Okay.
That could definitely be useful.
Yeah, grab that from the power station.
Okay, so, and even before you go, not only do you get thanks from Captain Compnor, you get thanked by Ulf Goodhearth, who is just so thankful to you guys for saving his fiancée. So you actually get a contact with him too. So he isn't quite so snobby with the non-humans anymore. It looks like you guys may have changed someone's mind about non-humans.
Yay.
Yeah.
All right, so you land in Winterdome. You make your way to the Bank of Winterdome, one of the largest buildings in the city. And let's see here. Yes. So you hand over the data chip to the bank clerk. His eyebrows just shoot up. And he looks at the chip, looks back at you, looks back at the chip, then finally looks back at you and says, well, you are acquainted with Avadri Norse?
Yeah, you could say that, yeah.
And
Are you
so
implying something based on our appearance?
no, it's more that he's just shocked, and he says, well, you've earned the goodwill of one of Corfai's richest families. And so he tallies up an amount and hands you each a 2,000 credit data chip.
Oh, need that.
All right.
And so he says, well, good sirs, you'll probably be interested in the live HoloNet broadcast happening right now. And so he flips a switch, and it's a hologram of Avadri Norse. And so she says, my father, his loyalty to the Empire was well known and was the target of a rebel assassination plot. Though the criminals murdered my father, Imperial officers and their allies prevented far more deaths. On behalf of all the proud sons and daughters of Corfai, I thank the Empire for their service, and I pledge my fervent service in return. As we say on Corfai, as loyal as Fjorn. Vadri announces to cheers and claps in the background. Then the feed cuts to two Imperial reporters, one male and one female. Sources state that Barrett Travick, the actor behind the role of Captain Compnor, was at the scene and was instrumental in thwarting the assassins. Unfortunately, he has not been available for comment. Modesty has always been his strong point, the female reporter says. Training on his own stunts must have paid off this weekend. Indeed, the male reporter says to his colleague before turning to viewers. I hear that his writers have already gained permission from the Norse family to adapt what happened for an episode of Captain Compnor for next season. Really? The female reporter gasped in delight. I'm sure I'm not alone when I say I can't wait. The end. So, XP. It's 15 base XP, but what's up?
That was just good. I'm just angry now.
Oh.
Yeah. Blaming the rebels.
Oh, it was well played. I'm just like, God damn it, Captain Compnor.
All right. Yes. So it's 15 base XP, but instead of the way I've been doing it before, instead there are actual mission objectives that you guys had to check off. So James, if you can mark these down.
Yep.
All right. +1 because the party successfully snuck in at least 2 lethal weapons into Salvarn. +1 because you convinced Miss Auroras to investigate the crime scene. +1. Oh wait, did you guys? I don't remember. Refresh my memory. Did you discover Edric Norse's true allegiance?
No.
No.
Okay, so you guys, if you had asked, you could have investigated Edric Norse's background. Anyone with duty would have had a bonus. You would have discovered he was secretly a rebel collaborator. He had secretly been funding tons of money to the Rebel Alliance. But he publicly professed allegiance to the Empire. So, yeah. +1 for identifying Edric Norse's killer as a Defil assassin. +1 for restoring power to the resort. +2 for summoning Fjorn's ghost. And unfortunately, you guys did not get this one. +2 if the party successfully found the tracer that Captain Compnor left in your luggage. So during the last fight, when he chased the thing upstairs, they had actually taken out one and let the other one escape. He let his men continue to shoot firing to make you guys think that they were still fighting, entered your rooms, put a tracer in. So now Captain Compnor has a tracer that he will use to access the safe house on Coronet.
Oh, wow.
Oh, good.
And yeah, and that's the thing. You guys have faced him before, and before he left a tracer. And I was waiting for someone to think and ask about searching, but no one did.
Did the other team get it?
No, they didn't.
Oh, wow.
Nope. +1 for miscellaneous group RP. So give me something that you guys think as a group qualifies for the miscellaneous
Did we
group
not
RP.
get any for saving of Audrey though?
That's part of the 15 base XP. That, I mean, that was, you needed to do that.
Gotcha.
I would say I thought Kivera played. He was very instrumental even after becoming a crippled child, not just a child.
Oh, I would say that would be almost more for the individual RP reward that we'll go over, but I'm looking more for something that you guys did as a team. That was really good.
I think getting the well,
I say summoning the Wampa.
yeah, that whole scene, summon the Wampa, turn
I
the lights
appreciated them
on.
being bodyguards while Joken and Key, tried to.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Like
All right.
We did do the bottom.
All right, I'll give you guys that. So you get 1+1 miscellaneous group RP, and then I need you guys to nominate one person for the individual RP reward. So it sounds like you guys already nominated Key. Any other nominations, or?
Yeah, that's who I nominate. Keith.
I'm
All right.
on board with that.
Yeah, we would have been up a creek if you hadn't come with us along the way.
Yes, I thought that wasn't going to, I was like, uh-oh, what's going to happen here? Also, too, the other team braved the cold to go the mile to Depot C to get their weapons.
Oh,
Wow.
And that's when 3 people almost died.
Yeah, we actually survived pretty well.
Yeah, they so Torty and Jarrell both passed out, and Chim Chim had to go out by himself to save them, and he almost passed out too, but he got him back to safety.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he got the car or the skiff started. Yep.
So how did someone almost lose their arm or something like that?
Oh, a Defil Assassin got him the maimed crit.
So they wasn't able to heal it?
Well, maimed is you lose the arm and you have to get a cybernetic.
He ripped the arm off.
Oh.
Crippled is you can heal it after, well, for Key it's a week now.
Wait,
Yeah.
so who
Get their armor
lost who?
off?
What was that?
Who?
who lost it?
Oh, Jarrell. Yeah. Actually, I'm going to cut the recording soon, but I do want to chat with you guys just a little bit afterwards. But I hope everyone had fun. I hope this mission was different from the rest. Yeah.
Yes, great mission, great mission.
Surprises.
Yeah, no, that was a lot of suspense, and I think we handled it pretty well overall as a group.
All right. Yeah, you guys definitely did. And I have to know, what did you guys think when the music started and the trailer or the crawl was not what you were expecting?
I thought that was great.
That was
Yeah.
kind of scary, honestly, when it went to the Imperial March instead of the normal crawl.
So, yeah, I mean, you guys will see Captain Compnor in the future.
I guess so. He knows our headquarters.
And just remember, though, guys, this is player knowledge, not character knowledge. Please keep those separate when you deal with him, because he's pretty smooth. You have to admit that was pretty good that he got that tracer on you guys, faking the fight upstairs.
Yeah, but the broker might detect it himself.
So yeah, there's a chance of that. But yes, now, and the thing too is that both teams had that happen.
Right, so it's
So-
not like we could try to say one of them.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's a major danger now that the broker's safe house is going to be compromised. So, but yeah, that'll be for a future mission. It's going to take some time because it's small, so it can't transmit past big distances. So a search team actually has to be within tracking distance of it. But yeah, they are looking. Okay. That is. Yeah. So thanks for watching. Glad you guys had a good time, and cutting the broadcast now.